how technology works. And
correct. I will actually agree with you that I am old. I don't know how technology works. When I was in high school, we didn't have mobile phones. There was no Facebook. There was no Instagram. All this porn you jerk off to didn't exist. Maybe that's why my generation isn't fucked up like yours. Maybe that's why every single person in your generation's a fucking lazy lowlife. And all you do is sit around on your phones endlessly scrolling.
Damn.
You know, it's crazy. We really
garbage.
Yeah, we really are addicted to a lot of bullshit. It's fucked.
Yo.
My generation is fucked.
My generation is the last generation where we had none of that, and now we see it all, but we grew up without it. I really do think that growing up nowadays, when you're like a young, impressionable teenager with all this social media and this garbage that's going on, would be very, very difficult.
Yo.
I don't think it'd be easy at all. I think it'd be very hard.
What's good, guys?
First thing I want to say, man, glad to see you, bro. I missed you. I really, really did. All shit aside, I really did miss you, man. I see you about to break a smile. I see it. You know, I don't know who's in your corner.
Write to me in jail.
Well, I
coffee on me, big dog. All, damn, thanks, bro.
I went bald. Did you know I went bald?
No.
Not the prank. I literally went bald because I lost
me. Aiden, are you
welcome,
lying?
Guys? Welcome.
Dude, you could look it up. I went bald January 1st, 2020, 2023. I swear I did. Swear to God I did, bro. Aiden Ross bald. Look it up. I went bald. I listened. I did what I was supposed to do. I lost the bet and I paid up. Okay? There's receipts all over the internet.
Are there receipts? Aiden, I don't trust you at all, Aiden.
Why not?
Because you're just Aiden Ross, aren't you? You just...
Hey, I was in the gym and I was doing really well, bro.
Then what the fuck happened? Because you look pudgy to me.
Hey, you became a prisoner and got locked up. And you were my only role model because you were my fucking role model. Hey,
how many people are watching you on fucking Kick? How many children are watching you? You could be an inspiration to them. Instead, you're just a fat fuck.
All right, I'm not fat. Okay, I lost a lot of weight. Okay, let me stand up and you give me a, you know what I'm saying? Lost weight. Look, I'm skinny now. Yeah. Not bad. I'm not fat, bro. By the way, I'm like 3 weeks progress. I'm back to where I was. I was toned. I was looking great. Let me show you a picture. Okay, a fucking good picture. And it's your fault. I don't care.
Show me the picture. Show me the picture. Can we go to this thing on the screen here? I don't know what this is. Talk to somebody about it. I don't know what this shit is.
Oh, they're saying, yo, ask your stream if my mic is loud. From your perspective, is it loud for you?
Your mic's fine, bro.
Okay. So look, this is my body. Do you want to see my body?
Don't.
All right, sorry. Okay. Look.
Don't.
All right.
No. I want to make it very clear. Yeah, shit. I want to make it very clear from the beginning of this podcast. I want to make it very clear that none of all that shit's haram. I don't want you to be mentioning gambling. I don't want you to be pretending to be gay. I don't want you to be anything weird. I just want you to be normal. And you know what's actually interesting? If you're the kind of person who has genuine insight and wit and wisdom,
yo, thank you for the coffee, by the way.
You can say things that inspire people and change their lives like I can. You don't have to pretend to be gay on a stream to get views. I don't have to do that. You have to do that because you can't think of anything to fucking say. So think of something intelligent to say, and you don't have to do that anymore. Do you understand?
Okay.
No more haram shit. I don't want it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Streams.
Can I say one thing, please? I was trying to say some fucking real shit, and then I got quickly. Everyone was switching up on me. Did you not see what I tweeted out?
Okay, so who was switching up on you?
The world. Everybody.
And what, you pussied out?
Kind of. I can't be gay. But listen, I'll be honest, bro. It's okay. I mean, it's cool to be gay and I can be in shape. I'm not really gay, Andrew. Okay, I'm not really gay. You know, it's all jokes.
I know, but that's the whole point. And it doesn't offend me. I don't give a shit if someone's gay or not. Yeah. The fact that it's just like your joke thing, which means we can't even have a conversation about the gym without you trying to be gay about it.
I've never been gay at the gym, ever. But listen, Andrew, I made a tweet. There's only 2 genders in the world. They got like 400,000 likes on Twitter, millions of views.
I am a professional.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
That means I like to deal with things sequentially, and you cannot change subject on me without me fucking noticing. I'm not some idiot streamer like everyone else you speak to. We were talking about the fact you did not defend me when I was in a jail cell.
Yes, I did.
Let's get back to the beginning. Why didn't you write to me when I was in jail? Good
evening, guys.
Why did you pussy out when the enemies of me and progress, agents of the Matrix, attacked you? Explain.
Now I'm mad at you because now you didn't do your fucking research like I did mine. I looked at every video of everything. I was about to come to Romania. I was in my fucking car about to come to Romania, bro. I was literally about to unfathomed right now. I can't even fucking breathe. Listen, bro. You put me on your list. I texted a person on my team that knows a person of your team. I said, I'm ready to come to Romania. Then they didn't even let me in the fucking country because they said I was going to be a tamper into your fucking case. You put me on your list. You remember? I was gonna come. Okay, I literally was. Ask anybody in your team; they know. Ask Luke. Ask. I'm not gonna specifically say who, but ask other people that are mutuals. I was going to come. Okay. I will say one thing. I should have wrote you, but I asked. I asked Luke. I asked Luke.
I woke up every day waiting for your letter. You know that inside my jail cell.
No, you did.
I woke up every day thinking Aiden's going to write to me. There's no way he's going to leave me here by myself with the cockroaches, not in solitary confinement. He's my friend.
You were in solitary confinement? Oh my. Wait, how was that? Sorry. Yo, Andrew, but I asked Luke.
Welcome, everybody.
Luke,
and the letter never came.
I asked
never
Luke.
Came. Ever. 3 months I was in that room. I didn't go out. I didn't have yard time, nothing. 3 months in a room. I encourage you to go to your bathroom without your phone and sit in your bathroom for an hour. Without your phone, without a laptop, just sit in your bathroom for an hour. Try 3 months. Waiting for your letter that never came.
Damn. I actually feel really bad, bro. Oh God, I do.
I mean, my feelings. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
How's the volume, guys?
That's me. And that's just something that I gotta be better at, bro. And honestly, thank God you're out now. And you're gonna beat all the charges that,
4D chess streaming Rumble Tate on YouTube.
What I want to say is this, man. I talked to Luke. I didn't write you a letter, but I tried almost every day to get a hold of you, to find out, hey, does Andrew know I'm bald? Did Andrew to the gym? How's Andrew doing? How's he holding up? Can I visit? Finding ways. I was in my car. I'm about to go to Romania.
So why did you stop training?
Glad you asked. Andrew, January 1st, 2020, 2023. You guys, everyone that's been on the internet, working out every day, eating healthy. You get locked up and the world switches on me because I'm saying these tweets. There's two genders and, all these things, and everyone's calling me an enemy and all these crazy things. I don't have anyone to talk to, bro. Who's my role model? Who the fuck am I? Who can I look up to, bro? I have no one.
Did you just say there's two genders?
Yeah.
You're a fucking bigot. That is disgusting. Where did you get that idea? Where would you come up with the crazy idea that there's only two genders? Where did that even get into your brain? You should know better. It's people like you constantly spreading hate and bigotry with your false science that are damaging to the lives of so many innocent young children out there in the world today. I want you to know that I'm extremely disgusted with you. It was bad enough you didn't write to me. And then when I was in fucking jail, you're spreading bigotry.
Okay, so how many genders are there, bro?
It's a spectrum.
What?
It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. Ask your friends. Who are all your friends? Fucking all those weirdos.
No, nobody. Nobody anymore. I have nobody anymore.
All these weirdos with the long hair. They're all fucking nerds and they're all psychos and strange and take drugs and shit. All these fucking weirdos. Talk to them. They'll tell you.
I don't like them. I don't like them.
It's a spectrum. Dummy. What, you blind? Are you blind? Can't you see? It's a spectrum. You think you just walk through life and see men and women? It's a fucking spectrum. Are you stupid? Jesus Christ. You need to have a long conversation with your fucking best friend.
Are you cloned?
No, who's your best friend? The gay one who wears the dresses, the weirdo.
I don't like Hassan. Fuck him. Bro, no, I don't fucking like him. You know I don't like him, bro.
It's funny you instantly said his name.
Dude, I don't fuck with him, bro. I don't like him at all.
He's your
no, he's not, my mate. No, he's not, bro.
Aiden is so mad.
If I see him, I'm spitting in his face. No, bro. I slide for you. You're not
the tough guy.
I got security. Listen, you met him. I slide for you, bro. Okay. One thing about you, when everyone was saying all these things about you, you cannot say I didn't have your back. Go to Aiden Live, look up the videos, W promo, fuck it. Look up Aiden defends Tate. Every month, every week, I'm defending you, bro. All these guys were calling you, oh, he's locked up finally. Fuck them, bro. I got you, bro.
Right, so let me get this timeline right. I go to jail, you shave your head.
Yes.
And then you don't write to me, but you are defending me.
Because it's bad, bro. It's drug addiction. And honestly, bro, I want to use my platform and I wanted to bring it up to you. It's bad, bro. It's drug addiction. And honestly, bro, I want to use my platform and I wanted to bring it up to you because I want you to help me help other addicts. I want you to guide me.
Can we get 100 people in the stream?
I want to say this, and it might get me canceled again, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
If we lived in the same city,
yeah,
and you were addicted to liquid heroin,
yeah,
and you said, Andrew, I need your help to quit my addiction,
yeah,
I would come over to your house and slap you in your fucking face for being a dumbass.
Okay.
That's all that would happen. I would just come up to you and say, Aiden, are you addicted to liquid heroin? Yes. Whack. Stop. Do you think it would work? Because we can try every day until it works.
I'm not sipping it anymore. I stopped.
That is the dumbest decision you quit.
I've ever done.
You know what's funny? Let me tell you a story, because this is going to be a nice lighthearted stream. Let me tell you a story. Let's go back in time. When I was younger, my dad was a professional chess player, and I was professional at chess, and I was also did a lot of karate. I have 7 black belts, and I was doing Shotokan karate and playing chess. And I said, doing both of them is kind of stressful. I don't have much time to play with my friends. I'd like to give up one of them. And my dad said, you're not allowed to give up any, you can give up anything you want, but you're not allowed to replace it with dumb shit. You're not going to give up Shotokan karate or professional chess playing to sit and play with your friends like a dumbass. You're going to have to give one of them up and do something else. If you want to go be a football player, or you want to play piano or sing, I don't care what you want to do, but you have to dedicate your time effectively. The point being, you cannot give up something constructive to do something stupid.
Gotcha.
Giving up the gym to begin taking liquid heroin.
Okay, when you
probably the most fucking stupid decision I've ever heard of anybody taking in their life. In fact, I'm going to state this now as a matter of fact in history for the internet. I think you hold the record for making the most stupid life choice I have, me personally, Top G, ever been witness to hearing. Ever.
Wait.
Nobody on earth, nobody has told me a more stupid decision. I decided to stop going to the gym so I could focus on consuming liquid heroin. You are an idiot, Aiden.
I needed to hear that.
Explain to me. It's Monday morning.
Okay.
You're going to the gym, right?
Yes.
What happens on Tuesday when you change career path? Explain to me. What happens? I need to understand this now. You're going to the gym, you're getting in shape, you're looking better, and then you decide to become a drug addict. Please explain. I want to make sure this doesn't happen to me. So I need to understand how this terrible circumstance can befall a completely logical, intelligent adult human. Tell me how this happened.
So I had somebody come to me. I was down. You know what I'm saying? I was really, really fucked up. Oh, by the way, you were still in jail, by the way. I want to make
jail, and I wasn't taking drugs.
Hey, I blame you though, bro. You're my fucking role model. What the fuck were you doing? Why were you in jail?
Because every single revolutionary in history who is genuinely changing the world to be better, whether it's Nelson Mandela or Muhammad Ali or Malcolm X, you can name them all, went to jail. It is part of the hero's journey, unfortunately, and I must suffer. So I suffered. And it's a good thing I spoke for a very long time about the fact they're going to try and do that to me. And also I spoke for a very long time about the fact that life as a man is suffering. I do not need an easy life. I need a life of purpose and vision. And I derive my happiness from making sure that I'm doing the right thing. And if I have to suffer to do the right thing, then so be it. So I sat in a jail cell and suffered as a man should. That's why I went to jail. Explain to me why you took drugs.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be a man and take accountability. It was me. It was people around me that should have not been around me.
Can we get to 100 viewers, y'all? Oh, my cat.
I made the decision to pick up that cup, pour 4, and basically sip. You know, that's it. I did, and I got a lean gut. Okay, got fat. No more. Okay, kick the cup. No more lean. Told you, I can find a new.
No. I'm not letting you off. I'm a professional. You're going to the gym on Monday. It's now Monday night. Your friends come around. They pour liquid heroin into a cup.
Yes.
You drink the cup.
Yes.
Tuesday comes. You wake up and think, I don't need the gym anymore. I need more liquid heroin.
Yes. It's that bad.
That will make me stronger. That will improve my life.
I didn't have that mindset because I was so fucked up. But yes, bro, it's bad. It's fucked up. It's a serious problem. I'm done. I kicked the cup. I haven't sipped in a while, and I'm not gonna sip. Don't smile. Listen, I know you want to make a joke out of it.
You are a fucking idiot. You are a fucking dumbass. You are as stupid as people come. Who quits the gym to take drugs professionally? You are as stupid as people come. Genuinely.
That's pretty funny.
If I ever knew, and I found out you're doing that shit, if I gave a fuck enough to save you, which is up for debate, I would have just come over and beat the shit out of you, because that's the only thing you can do with someone as stupid as you. You clearly don't understand logic.
I guess you're not doing shit to me, bro. You wouldn't do shit to me, bro. You would not do shit to me. I swear you wouldn't do shit to me, bro. In real life, you touch me, I swear, bro. If you ever touch me, bro, in the wrong way, I swear to God, bro, I'm beating the shit out of you. I'm knocking you the fuck out. You're weak as fuck. you take steroids, okay, and you're cloned.
Well, let's address those facts.
That's
the steroids
funny.
one I'd actually like to address because I don't take steroids, and I actually dislike steroids heavily, and I'll tell you why.
That's a dub take.
Because I
Fuck
am
steroids.
bestowed with all of God's greatest gifts. Imagine how much bigger I would look. I mean, everyone obviously sees me and goes, okay, Tate's big. But imagine how big I'd be if steroids didn't exist. All these people are like cheating, and it upsets me because I don't cheat.
True.
I don't
yeah, there's a lot of people thinking steroids. Yeah, it's true.
Everyone does. Everyone but me. So I would actually take, and I'll say this online like I said a million times, I'll take any test you want. I don't take steroids. I never have in my whole life. I don't take steroids. I don't need to. I just train.
Wait,
so that's
Tate,
the first thing.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off. What's testosterone?
Thanks for 100 live viewers, y'all.
Injections? People were saying Aiden do that, but I don't even know what the fuck that is. What the fuck is a testosterone injection? They say it's like a mini steroid.
When your body stops naturally producing testosterone, you just inject some. But my natural testosterone level is still very, very high, even though I'm 36 years old. So I have a very high testosterone level. I don't need to inject any, and I never have. And I've said to very reputable people online, tell me what tests you want me to do, and I'll forward them on. And I've done it all before, and everyone knows I'm not taking steroids.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't take steroids, and I would actually, you know what? I actually think you should do that, Aiden.
What? I'm not taking this.
You should attack me. When we see each other next, you should teach me a lesson because I sit here online and I make fun of you. Next time you see me,
listen, I don't want
my ass. Aiden, you should kick my ass. I know, obviously, you didn't need to go gym. You're too busy taking drugs because you're such a fucking predator. You're an animal. So you're a predator. You should genuinely kick my ass next time I see you.
Dude, first of all, it was a joke, okay? Listen.
No.
I don't want to fight you, bro. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to listen, bro.
Explain the daily life of a drug addict. So you wake up, you're a drug addict, right? You wake up, I'm Aiden, I'm a drug addict. I'm fat, I'm short.
Yeah.
I'm a drug addict.
Okay, I can't help being short, okay?
Do you still manage to stream or not?
Yeah. Look, this is what I would do. I'd wake up, pour 4, text the plug, yo, I'm in another, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. Dude, why the fuck are you laughing at me fucking doing hair?
Text the plug, you're such a fucking moron.
I mean, that's what I would do. You're asking my
He's got to be trolling.
Go on, carry on.
If I didn't get it, I was a mean person to everyone. If someone didn't even shut the door properly, I'd be like, shut that fucking door. Like, I was a dickhead, bro. You know? So, man, it's just a bad lifestyle, bro. And honestly, anyone that's battling addiction with drugs and shit, stop doing drugs, right? Tate, drugs are bad, right? I stopped that shit. I really, really did. And now I plan on, finding how to redeem myself. So you're my guru. You're not my master. Okay. I own you, actually. But what is my next task to redeem my drug addict shit?
When did you quit?
Realistically, like a month.
And how did you quit? What happened? What made you think that's enough?
Realization, bro. Like, just really finding, like, yo, like, Aiden, like, this is not you. You're trying to be something you're not. You're trying to escape when you need to fucking actually fight your problems and get away from, trying to just do quick fixes and stuff.
Can't you just think ahead in life and realize that it was a stupid decision before doing it? Can't you look at the fire and not burn yourself before to stop yourself putting your hand in the fire? Can't you just look at the fire and go, no?
Sometimes in life, you have to do things to experience them for you to know. Like, you could tell me 1,000 times, Aiden, don't step on that line. But I'm a mischievous guy who likes to really, do the opposite of what the regular people tells me to do.
What? I've only ever heard that before from girls who go to the club and sleep with too many men. That exact line. Sometimes in life, you need to learn the hard way and experience things yourself. And everyone told me not to, but I had to do it myself. And now I realize I was wrong.
Are you calling me
You sound like a chick.
What? That sounds like a girl. Sometimes in life, you even had to do shit that you know what I'm saying? Look where you are today. You didn't get here today by listening to regular fucking.
By fucking taking drugs. I've never taken a drug in my life. I have never tried a single drug in my life ever. I've never even tried a puff of weed in my life ever. I've never tried a steroid. I've never tried a narcotic ever in my life, ever once, ever. Because I understood that there's two options. I don't like it, which means I never should have tried it, or I do like it, which means I never should have tried it. Either way, there is no possible benefit. There's no good outcome from me trying a narcotic. So I don't do that. And why would I? Why would I ever even try one?
Let me ask you a question, though. When you smoke your cigar, did you get high from it at all?
Yeah,
when I was smoking it,
Nicotine's a drug. I understand, but we're talking about illegal narcotics.
Yeah, no, I get it. The reason why I asked is because when I smoked your big stick, it had me high as shit, kind of like I had to like end stream because I was so nauseous. It just got me really nauseous. That little fucking.
Do you have a cigar? Get one now. Come on, be a G.
I don't have one. Okay, I don't have one right now.
All you do is disappoint me, bro.
Dude, next time I'm with you, I'm gonna have a fucking cigar with you. By the way, okay, let's get on fucking track here.
Yeah, all right, so you're a drug addict. You stop being a drug addict. I get out of jail.
Can we just speak for the people, myself, real quick, and you give advice really quick on for addicts, for anyone that's suffering a drug addiction right now, whether it's a pill, a fucking lean, which liquid heroin, just any drug addiction. How does one redeem themselves? Like myself, please. How do I redeem myself for doing it? Because I do feel stupid about it, and I want to redeem myself for it. I want to give back, and I want to help addicts around the world. That's the truth.
Well, have you learned a lesson? What lesson have you learned?
I'm never doing it ever again.
Any drugs or only that drug? Why
would I need to do drugs? The only thing I'll ever do is drink alcohol. I haven't even deserved that yet. I'm really just more sophisticated on my health again for the first time.
In the movie The Matrix, where Neo has a bald head like me.
Yeah.
And then when he goes back into the Matrix, he has hair. And they ask, why do you have hair inside the Matrix? And he said, because that's your self-projection. That's how you see yourself and imagine yourself inside of the Matrix. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
I think that everybody should have a self-projection, and you have to imagine how you see yourself. And if you see yourself as a superhero and an extremely disciplined and hardworking person who achieves everything he's ever wanted in life and does amazing things, you have to understand that you're not going to be able to do that on drugs. So you need to have a mental projection in your mind of who you think you can be and who you want to be. And if that person's a drug addict, then go be a drug addict. But if that person is an extremely successful, extremely hardworking, extremely intelligent, extremely respected individual, he's probably not going to be doing drugs. A lot of this is about your self-image. I don't know how you took drugs without feeling deep shame. You should have drunk that cup and instantly felt terrible, not because of what the narcotic did to you, because of who you were acting like. Where's your duty? Where's your shame? Where's your self-inflicting morality? Where's your pride? You just sat there and just took the drugs and didn't give a fuck. So that's the problem with all of this shit. And it's the problem for all these addicts. If you want to wake up and say, what kind of man am I? Am I a drug addict? Well, then go be a drug addict. What kind of man am I? Am I a man who has control of his life and control of his mind? Then I'm not a drug addict. You have to make a decision. I just don't understand how you even took it in the first place. I can't fathom, with all of my massive computation in my mind, as smart as I am, I can't work out why you thought that was a smart thing to do, or why it was worth doing, or why you continued to do it. I don't understand. I'm genuinely asking you in a non-patronizing way, not trying to make fun of you. I don't understand. Make me understand. Did it feel good?
Yeah. Hell
what
yeah.
Did it feel like? What did it feel like?
Shit, bro. I poured it before, put some ice in that bitch.
Dude, it's kind of deep,
but
actually.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't worth it in the long run. I got off my fucking journey. Fuck, bro. That shit was it was bad. That shit's really, really fucking bad, bro. And honestly, rappers that, do it in their videos and shit, that I look up to rappers, I looked up to rappers.
What did it feel like?
Oh my God, the sensation. I don't want to promote it. It feels good in the moment, bro. It does, but the next day you feel like complete shit. Complete shit.
Is that your default emotion, that you want to feel good? If someone were to say to you right now, you can choose any emotion from the menu, would you choose happy or good?
Yes.
Because this is the problem, Aiden. I'm trying to talk to you. This is the problem. Let's say I gave you a menu of emotions and said, choose an emotion. You're not going to choose sad. Who would, right?
Yeah.
But choosing happy can be just as destructive also, because if your only desire is to be happy regardless, no matter what it takes, that's when you're going to eat the cake, because the cake will make you happy. That's when you're going to take the drugs. Drugs will make you happy. Alcohol will make you happy. Hedonism makes you happy. Going to the club makes you happy. It's all dumb shit. If you were to choose proud, or if you were to choose courageous, if you were to choose a different emotion or a different feeling inside, you would have no interest in these things. So I don't wake up and think, how do I feel happy? I don't wake up and say, will this drug make me happy? I have no interest in being happy. I wake up and say, how can I be proud of myself? What can I achieve that makes me proud of myself? How can I do things that make other people respect me and are proud of me? How do I have a day which I complete when I come home? The woman who's in my house says, wow, there's no man like you. How do I live a life so my children look at me and go, Dad's a superhero? How do I make my mother call me and say, I couldn't possibly be more proud of you? I choose proud. I don't choose happy. So if you were to say to me, this cup of juice,
that was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd say, I don't want it.
That was a bar.
What do I want to be happy for?
Damn,
I want to be proud of myself.
That's some real shit, bro.
So what do you do to make you? What do you do to make you proud of yourself, and what do you do to make others proud of you? Tell me something in the last 48 hours you've done that's worthy of pride. You've slept, jerked off, talked shit on the internet, text some stupid hoes in Miami or wherever you are. Have you done anything else with your life?
No. Talk to you.
This is what I'm saying to you. So
I mean, you're not wrong with what you're saying. You're right.
I'm never wrong with anything I say.
Oh, you've been wrong. But look, point is this.
Whoa.
You have been wrong before. Everyone has.
When was I wrong?
I'm not saying, I mean, I can't name off the top of my head, but you're a human being. Everyone makes mistakes, bro. You made mistakes before. But look, listen, let me tell you something real quick, bro. The point is this. I caught what I did, and I wanna really find a way to redeem myself. And what you just did, you just changed my perspective. It's not about taking the easy way out of things in life. It's so easy to basically.
Happy. You're a man. You're not supposed to be happy. This whole childish, giddish obsession with happiness is for children and females. So you're not happy? It's not that I'm unhappy, and it's not that I am happy. It's that I don't measure my level of happiness. It doesn't matter to me.
But I'm asking, so it doesn't matter that you're happy. So it doesn't matter to be happy is what you're saying.
Absolutely not. If I am miserable, I have duties to complete. If I am very happy, I have duties to complete.
So
I have to live I have to live the exact same life regardless of how I feel. So for me, happiness is not a good indicator on how life should be lived. You shouldn't wake up and say, how happy am I today? How does that affect how I act? That's not how I operate. I wake up and say, what must be done? What will allow me to be proud of myself? What will allow me to achieve? And those things will be done regardless of how I feel. And that's how the most successful people on earth all operate. The most successful people on earth don't only do things because they feel happy about doing them. In fact, I'd argue that most people who do amazing things don't feel happy about doing them at all.
I understand that,
if you're culturally obsessed with trying to make yourself happy, that's when you fall into addictions and garbage. You need
exactly.
to change. So stop caring if you're happy. Nobody cares if you're happy.
So what do I go for? What do I go for?
The whole world doesn't give a fuck if men are happy or not. Nobody cares about men being happy. We talk about women being happy. We want children to be happy. If you look at a full-grown man on Christmas morning, he's smiling because his wife is smiling. He's smiling because his children are smiling. Nobody even buys him anything. What do they buy the dad? Socks? Nobody cares about men being happy. So why do you as a man care about you being happy? That's how you're going to fall into these traps. I'm a very content person. I live a fantastic life. I'm not miserable or depressed.
Fulfillment
sad
over happiness,
but I don't wake up and go, I want to be happy today. No, sir. I wake up and say, okay, things must be done. And those things will be completed regardless of how I feel. Regardless of how I feel. You can lock me in a dungeon for an unknown amount of time in Romania, and I will still complete as many push-ups as I can possibly do in the dark by myself. What else am I going to do? Sit there and be sad? Happy or sad? The push-ups must be done. It's called duty. It's called
progress.
Honor. It's called pride. If you had these
progress
things,
is what you should strive for.
So I'm asking you why you don't have them.
I like that.
You have a massive audience, Aiden, of children and people all around the world who look up to you and watch you every single day. You could be a genuine force for good in the world. And you're sitting here talking about fucking lean? Why?
It's stupid.
Imagine the shape you'd be in if you didn't quit. Imagine.
Oh my God, I would look so good. I would look so fucking good. Oh my God.
Would you be proud of yourself?
Yes. Yes. If I didn't stop. Yes.
And that's why all these, and you know what's funny? The funniest thing, the most ironic thing about all of this is that if you don't prioritize happiness and you prioritize feeling proud of yourself, you end up happy by extension. I'm happy because I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
I have a fucking fantastic life and mansions and supercars.
I actually agree with that.
Most famous man in the world. Thousands of love letters a week from beautiful women. Street credit in every single fucking city on earth. Of course I'm happy, but I didn't ever choose to try and be happy. If I would have chosen to try and be happy, I would have never ended up happy.
Listen, I want to say one thing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But listen, can I just say one thing? Please, one thing. Let me say one thing. You've been talking and you're not wrong. Andrew, what you just said about men aren't supposed to be happy, and now you're supposed to be proud, and you're supposed to wake up proud and with dignity and honor and all that stuff. I completely understand, and that's changed my perspective on things. It really did. But my question to you is this. Not question, but my thing to you is this. Everybody deals with stuff differently. And I'm not blaming it or trying to bail myself out or using it as an excuse. I fucked up. I know I did. I want to redeem myself. I do. I want to get back to addicts. I want to help addicts around the world. I want to find people that are also, battling opioid addiction and basically help them out. I want to give back. I want to build a way to help other people and inspire people to stop as well. That's what I want to do. I want to make good in the world. I want to find a way to redeem myself, not just to redeem myself to help people, but I want to help people to help people. I do. I know I fucked up. Okay. I fell down. I fell down. I slipped, but I got up. It could have got a lot worse. And I want to find a way to redeem myself. I truly do, bro.
Well, if you're serious about anything you're saying, then I guess when we talk in a month's time, you're going to be in fantastic physical condition because you're going to train like an animal, right?
You're 100% correct.
If you train like an animal, never send out your mouth now, it's just bullshit, and you want to sound good on the internet. So we're going to find out.
If the next time we speak, if I'm not at least where I was before, then I have no hope. And I'm full of shit, and I have no hope. And by the way, I'm not putting all this pressure on me for no reason, bro. Trust me. I fell down. I fucked up with the lead.
Pressure makes diamonds, my friend.
There we go.
Pressure makes diamonds. I train every single day, and it doesn't matter how I feel. So, in fact, I would actually argue that the number one way to deal with most of life's problems is always the same thing. You were saying that people deal with things in many different ways. That is true. But in my experience of life, there's only one way to deal with anything. It doesn't matter if you're heartbroken. It doesn't matter if you're sad. It doesn't matter if your bank balance is low. It doesn't matter if you lose a family member. It doesn't matter if whatever negative things can happen to you. Jail, doesn't matter what it is. The answer to everything is always the same. Do you know what the answer is?
What is the answer?
Hard work. Work harder. The worse things are, the harder I will work. I'll give you an example. I'll say it right now here on stream. Jail changed me and I had some trouble in there. I never missed a single day's training. Since I've left jail, I can't sleep. I have nightmares. I've been training harder than I've ever trained. I put it all over Twitter. I'm doing 6-7 hour days. I could sit around and complain about being tired. I could sit around and be a bitch. I could sit around and cry, or I could just work harder than I've ever worked. It's fantastic that I can't sleep. That's all the time I need. So I can train endlessly. So my point is the answer is always hard work. What else is my answer going to be? I'm struggling with something. I'm going to work less. Does that make sense to you? How's that going to fix anything? At least now, as I decipher the puzzle, because that's what life is, it's a puzzle. And as I decipher the lesson that has been bestowed upon me by God, and as I repair my mentality and become a more content individual, or perhaps a more stable individual like I was before, at least in the meantime, I've done a whole bunch of work. At least I've gotten bigger, stronger, faster, richer. What else am I going to do? Sit around and mope like a dummy? The answer is always hard work. Anyone who's watching this, no matter what problem you're facing in your life, there's only one answer: work. Work harder. It's actually funny, and I've said this before, so I'm going to say it again. You can also take the antidote before the poison. If you're always working as hard as possible, it's actually very difficult for bad things to actually catch up with you. You can take the antidote before the poison. Most people don't even work very hard. You don't work hard. Not fucking at all. You don't do fucking nothing. You get paid a bunch of money to sit around here and talk shit. But even the people at home, you think you work hard. You could work a lot harder. Hard work's always the answer, my friend. So I want to see you in a month, and I want you to be in fantastic physical condition. You can't be getting outperformed by an old man like me. When I was your age, I was an animal. Do you understand?
I understand. So you said in a month. I don't want to go too deep into everything going on. I don't want to get any sort of type of trouble or alert or I just don't want to fuck anything up. But are you what's the deal with the case? Can you speak anything on it? Like any updates? Are you doing well?
Well, first things first is everyone who's sending me super chats on Rumble, I'm going to donate all that money to Tate Pledge. That's the first thing. You could donate some money if you want to. You could donate some money if you want to stop being a jackass.
Yeah, I'd love to. How much?
Cool.
And
we'll talk about it off stream. We'll do it off stream.
Yeah, whatever you want me to donate to, I got you. How much? So I'm just curious. Like, how much do you want me to donate?
$1 or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's not for likes or Instagram or internet.
Well, can we go back? I want to go back to everything regarding you and I, but before I do, so I asked you this question, and I don't mean this specifically just for me. I already know what I have to do. I have to obviously go back to bettering myself and hard working and all that stuff and getting in the gym. But for addicts that are still undergoing addiction, because there's thousands of people watching everywhere, there's going to be millions of people watching the clips. What does an addict do to basically right now, if you're heavily addicted to something, especially opioids are really fucking hard, what does an addict do as of right now?
There's a lot I could say, but I'm not interested in trying to get canceled again. But I would say that if you truly decide to quit, you will quit. I think a lot of people who don't quit things haven't truly decided to. It's very easy to say that you want to do something and not do it.
Right.
We have to keep this clear for the whole world to understand. It's very easy for me to say, I'd love to quit. I don't even have any vices. I could quit cigars tomorrow. It wouldn't even bother me. It wouldn't even cross my mind. If I decided to quit, I'd quit.
So you can stop smoking cigars tomorrow and it wouldn't even bother you?
Well, I didn't smoke for 92 days. I didn't even care.
That's true. That's true. That's fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
So if I decided to quit, I really would like to quit, and then I carried on doing it. I don't think I really wanted to. If you really wanted to quit, you would quit. So there's a lot of people who are chasing the familiar feeling, and that familiar feeling can be extremely destructive. And you know what I would say is the most destructive feeling to be obsessed with trying to obtain?
What?
Happiness.
Yeah, that is true.
You're constantly, as a man, trying to chase happiness, as the most destructive thing you can do for your life. Because you can't delay gratification. You can't do anything which is particularly difficult. And the only thing that's going to make you happy quick is cheap happiness.
Gotcha.
Cheap and easy. Booze, cake, drugs, dumb shit. Real happiness, real contentment, and pride takes a long time to build. You have to be able to be unhappy or less happy for a long period of time to have a greater reward at the end. So anyone who's obsessed with chasing happiness is going to destroy themselves. If somebody has genuinely decided to quit drugs, genuinely, I believe they would quit. And if someone goes, I don't want to quit, man, and they do it an hour later, they don't want to quit. It's not my job to make people do things they don't want to do. If your image in your mind is of the kind of person who is controlled by a substance, I'd be embarrassed for a non-sentient substance, a powder or a plant, to control me. Doesn't need food. If I don't want to eat, I don't eat. If you're the kind of person who's going to wake up and go, those pills are smarter than me and they're my master of everything. I'm the boss of food. If I don't want to eat, I don't eat. If you're the kind of person who's going to wake up and go, those pills are smarter than me and they're my master, enjoy your life.
Gotcha.
That's your decision. That's not my, but if you decide to not be that person, if you project a mental image which is not that person, then you'll stop taking those pills.
Gotcha. Okay. So Andrew, I want to talk about jail. You were in there for about 3 months. How was it? How was jail?
Yeah, I have to be very careful what I say because I'm still within the territory of Romania.
That's right. I'm sorry.
I have an ongoing legal case, and
sorry. Yeah.
I do believe that justice will be served in the end. I do believe that justice will prevail. I think everybody on the internet understands what's happening. Everybody understands the truth.
Yeah.
But jail is designed to be a punishment. I think we can all agree on that. So, of course, it's not going to be particularly pleasant. It's a punishment. Punishments are not designed to be pleasant.
Well, my question to you is, can I ask why you were in solitary confinement? Or no, that's just, no.
You can't ask that.
Okay. All right. Well, the Matrix has come for you. You know, it's crazy. You called it. I don't know if you remember when I fake went bald.
Yep.
You literally said, what if the Matrix gets me by then? Which is crazy as fuck, bro. I was like heartbroken because I went bald.
I don't want anybody who listens to me to think you can dislike my opinions. You can disagree with me. You can think that I'm brash in my delivery. But one thing nobody can fault me on is I have called all of this to the letter from the beginning. I called the cancellation.
Not gonna lie,
I
don't think calling his own downfall is a flex. I think if anything, that shows
all I've done is
a slight bit of guilt.
Absolute 100% accuracy, and I've never yet been wrong. So I understand exactly what's happening to me, and the fact that I've called it should be enough for anyone with a brain that functions to understand the truth of what's happening.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Harry, you asked, what do I think?
Many times to
do I think he's innocent?
Are you worried they,
I think he's part guilty. I mean, he was running a big webcam operation.
I just want you to be okay, bro. I don't want anything bad happening to you.
Some things that could be
someone
illegal
had asked me, Aiden, why don't you tell Andrew to just basically quit, fall off the internet, stop fucking doing what he's doing? And I said, and well, actually, I'll let you answer that. Why won't you just quit and basically stop everything? You have the money, you have the success.
BRB, I'm gonna go get some water.
Be right back in 1 second. For people that are, because someone had me with that. You have everything you want, right?
I believe I'm doing good things. I believe I'm helping people. And I think that, to quote Martin Luther King, the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards truth. I think that in the end, even if I must suffer temporarily, in the long run, that justice will be served and I will be rewarded for doing the right thing, which is sitting here on stream as a person who's had a very difficult, very varied, very eclectic life. I've come from the absolute bottom of the bottom, a single parent household in a project in England, council estate, in the worst town in England, the lowest income school. I went to the absolute bottom to the complete top of life. And across every echelon, I learned a lot of lessons. There's not many people who have been through a life path like mine and learned what I've learned. And I feel like I should sit here and I should teach people and help people. And I think that in the end, I'll be rewarded for it. And if I'm wrong and they put a bullet in my head, then everybody on the internet can say, ha, 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 they got him. And that's it. What more can I do? But I don't think that being a coward is the right option. I think that when bad things happen, the answer is always more work. It is my job to try and show the world that I'm here to teach good things. And the unfortunate thing about the Matrix is how brutally dishonest it is. They know that I'm saying good things and they're trying to pretend I'm an evil person because they don't want good things to be taught. But God does want good things to be taught. And you have to believe in a higher power above newspapers and press and MSM and garbage. You have to believe in something which is more powerful with a bigger meaning. And I believe in God, and I believe God wants me to sit here and tell men all about my life experiences and the lessons I've learned and how to be better people. And I think that that makes the world a better place. And I do truly believe that in the end, a lot of people will be rewarded for doing the right thing. Not just me, everybody who listens to me. So maybe I could disappear, but I don't think I wouldn't feel proud of myself. I might be happy. Isn't this interesting how this ties into what we said?
Yeah.
I might be happier if I disappear because I have my fast cars and I have a bunch of women, and I have my kids, and I have all this money, and I have these big houses. Yeah, I might be happier, but would I be proud of myself? No, I'm more proud of myself sitting here at midnight talking to you because I know I'm helping people and I can tell people that things are going to change your perspective, as I've said. That makes me feel proud of myself, and I'm interested in feeling proud, not happy.
And look, man, and again, I know you did change my perspective. You really did. Like when you see me in a month or two, I'm gonna look different. I'm gonna be different. And I just want to say one last thing before we don't have to talk about it again. But anyone who's battling addiction, you're invested for some reason on this clip. Me and Andrew speaking. You can do it. You can beat it. Stay strong and stand tall and change. Like you said, bro. You gave me a talk. Bro. Addiction's strong, but we're the boss. So, And also, bro,
you can't be controlled by a non-sentient product. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, and also I want to say the last thing is, man, there's a lot of quote unquote role models out in the world. But
name another role model besides me.
That's what I'm getting at. Quote unquote, who
low key Mark Zuckerberg right now is a good role model.
When you got locked up, it must, I'm not speaking for myself.
I'm not even trolling.
I know there's people out there that felt it too. When you got locked up, bro, it was kind of hard for people that, I'm not saying relied on you because everyone's their own man and everyone's got to do what they got to do. And I get it. But, I look up to you, bro. I really do. So it was really hard for a lot of people when you got locked up because it's like, okay, now who do we look for? Who do we look to? Which
is, yeah. And I understand that. And that gives me a degree of happiness. It makes me happy. But then also, I guess, God decided it had to happen. He wanted me to learn some things or just suffer through some things, and that's fine. And then perhaps maybe God also did that to the world so that I know more than God. If God decides I have to go back to jail forever, then that is God's decision. And it's my job as a man to sit here and suffer and please him. That's my job. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do my push-ups until the day I die. If I could be 83 years old doing push-ups in my cell, that's what I'm going to do.
Gotcha. Damn, man. I just, I genuinely, all shit aside, man, I miss you, bro. I would have, what I should have done? And I feel bad for this. I'm apologize to you, bro. I really feel like I should have just somehow still flew to Romania, went to jail purposely, and,
a letter would have been fine, Aiden. A letter would have been nice.
I know. Well, let's hope I never have to write you a jail letter ever, ever, because,
Let's hope. But, I have to be very careful what I say, but I think everybody understands what's happening here.
For sure.
And everybody understands. Anybody who believes I'm a human trafficker has a mental deficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the next question?
Well, look, I want to say, what can men do in particular? I don't like to be specific when I say men, but what can men do to stop, I see a lot of agendas being pushed around the world, and honestly, it gets me upset. And man, it's like every time I'm vocal about it, I get the craziest death threats from people that are on Twitter that aren't even real people, it seems like.
Yeah.
And if you know what I'm talking about. But there's just these certain things just being pushed nowadays. And I just,
Why do you think they're being pushed, Aiden?
I don't know.
I think it's an overcorrection for past injustices.
To distract people from doing, I guess, good.
If you adopt what they want you to believe, your mental model is so destroyed that you'll believe anything you are told. What do you call somebody who believes anything they are told without reason or proof?
What do you call someone who believes everything? I mean, there's people are sheep.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is why they're trying to instill certain ideas which you know to be false, and which most people know to be false.
But why does it?
That's why they find me so dangerous, because I sit here and combat these ideas. Now, everybody believes in something. Everybody has a religion to some degree. There's no such thing as an atheist. Everybody believes in something. Every single atheist I ever speak to has some strong belief. They believe in liberalism or whatever flag they want to worship. So you have to sit there and decide, as a human, if we're not sophisticated enough to not have a religion of sorts or have a creed which we adhere to, then which religion am I going to believe in? Which religion am I going to adhere to, which is going to advance my life and be the best for the people around me? And the answer to that for me is God and Islam. So you sit and say, why are they pushing these agendas on men? Because these people are empty-minded. If they were strongly believing in God, they would have strong principles, and they wouldn't be able to adopt these principles which are being pushed upon them. If you have an empty mind and you have no baseline morality and you have no rule set, then you could adopt anything. Why? And I'll ask you this, Aiden. Why is pedophilia bad? Why is it bad? The law says it's bad. Why is it bad?
Morally, it's incorrect.
Morally, it's very incorrect. But I'm saying, if the law were to come along and say it's not wrong anymore, would you still think it's wrong?
For sure, 100,000,000%. But
baseline morality, which is installed inside of you, that makes you understand that some things are right and some things are wrong, regardless of what the law says. Where do you think that comes from?
The heart within, intuition. God, yeah, of course, intuition, God. But that's why, like Andrew, like,
I think it's just been passed down through generations.
Now it's getting so bad. I'm seeing it pushed on the
moral compass.
That's how you control the future, Aiden.
Oh,
you change children's mind, and then you control the future. If you think generationally, if you want a certain outcome in 100 years from now, there's no point convincing you and me. We'll be dead.
True.
Who do you convince?
Children, because the children are the future. The youth is the power.
All of this is very purposeful. Nothing is an accident.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important people have something to believe in which is rigid and strong. And they have something to believe in with correct, yes, no, clear guidelines. This is why it's so important you have certain ideals or certain religious structures which may be deemed intolerant by others, but it's their intolerance in and of itself that makes it have any principle at all. That's what's so important about all of it. Everybody believes in something. And I think the closer you find yourself to God, the better a person you would be. If you were strictly religious, you wouldn't have become a drug addict. You wouldn't have tried drugs because you know it's haram. God would have saved you.
But however, there's a time and place for everything. For example, how old were you when you found, God, I would say, because you're full converted to Islam. You're full Muslim now. So how old were you? There's a time and place for everything.
Well, there was a time when I was an atheist. Right. Most people are not smart enough to be atheists. I am, because I'm at the highest possible level of intellect on the planet. I am smart enough to be an atheist. Most aren't. But even then, I still believed I was fighting because I was young. I was about 21, 22. I was very, very rigorously training. And I believed in hard work, perseverance, dedication. I believed in suffering. I believed in going through more pain than my opponent to win. I still had my religion. My religion was just based around the brutalities of combat. I still had a religion. My mind was not empty, ready for programming. So if someone came along with me with slave programming, I would reject it because I'd say that will not allow me to win my fight. Saying I just want to be happy means I won't train. Saying act how you feel means I won't ignore the pain. So no, I ignore all of that, and I'm going to stick to my creeds, which are straight-faced stoicism. Hurt him more than he hurts me. So I always had my religion to a degree, but I found God as I got older because I understood that I was wrong to not believe in God. I was wrong, and that's the only time in my life I was wrong. In fact, you said earlier I said something which was wrong. There you go. That's what it is. I said once, I'm sure at some point in the past, I said God was not real, and I was incorrect.
I knew it. I knew you said something wrong.
There you go, Aiden. I'll give it to you. Congratulations.
So, no more drugs. Wait, so when is the next time I'm going to see you in person?
For our fight?
Dude, we're not fighting, bro. We're not fucking fighting.
You said it. You said we're going to fight.
Please don't hurt me. Like all shit aside,
Yeah,
can you actually like not hurt
Aiden
me?
was
I'm
acting
sorry.
pretty big earlier.
I promise, Aiden. Listen, here's the deal. I want you to try your absolute best to knock me out. Think of it as this: it's a win-win. If you knock me out, you get to make fun of me forever, right?
Oh my god, I'll look so good on the internet. Oh my god.
Exactly. I won't hurt you, but I will show you how pathetic you are. So I want you to try your absolute best so that with my one little finger, like a kung fu master, you seen those kung fu movies where the master just waves his hand and the person just like flails over like a little bitch. When that happens to you, I want people to know that you tried your absolute best. So when I see you again, it's on. You'll survive.
Yo, listen, I know
I will not take your life, Aiden.
I don't want to be hurt. Well, to be fair, I do deserve a beating for my drug addiction path. I agree. But can I at least have a head start? Can I at least get like a 1-2 in before you know?
Get a 1-2 in on me. What planet are you on, bro? What fucking universe? You've upset my diaphragm with your garbage.
Well, look, you remember
you get a 1-2 in on me. Ever. Head start with me? Heads. I could be asleep and that wouldn't fucking happen.
To be fair, well, I got stabbed.
Aiden, go. You'll attack me and we'll record it. And that's that. And we'll see how you do.
All right, fair enough. But Andrew, I got stabbed in my sleep. I told you that story a little.
Is that when you got stabbed with a pen and you still cry about it now?
It was not a pen. It was a knife.
Why is your arm all bruised? What the fuck happened to your arm?
What do you see?
Your arm looks bruised.
Is it? That's just hair.
Oh, all right. Okay. You're hairy.
I am hairy.
Of course you are, Aiden.
The fuck? I went bald, bro. Like, do you even care that I went bald?
No.
Why?
Because it was supposed to be a symbol of your dedication towards hard work, a symbol of your perseverance, and it was just like.
No, it's because I lost the bet and I was a man of my word. That's why I did it.
Like everything is with you. Everything's funny. Ha ha ha! I shaved my head. Ha ha! Now I'm a drug addict.
Hey, you have to make a joke out of everything, okay? You do. You really, really do. Okay. I mean, shit, man. I mean, honestly, you're right. You're right. Someone said ask you about David. Who the fuck is David?
What that means. But I've got a bunch of super chats as well because I'm on Rumble, you're on Kick, and I want everyone to know donating to the channel that all of the money is going to Tate Pledge. And Tate Pledge, you can see on cobratate.com. Check it out, and you see that I feed thousands of children around the world every single month.
It's beautiful, you do.
It's kind of interesting.
I want to donate.
Well, no, it is actually, it's very interesting that the Matrix attacks me endlessly and calls me the worst person on earth. And I can't name a single other famous person with money who feeds more innocent children in war-torn countries than me. Not one other person even fucking tries. I don't just give money to a charity because that's lazy. I get up, I do it myself. I find staff, I get them visas, I send them over to these difficult to reach countries. We record it, I feed people. I go through all this extra work and they go, and they just attack me anyway. And then all the people who attack me, the people who pretend they're not like me, they weaponize virtue and say I'm a bad person. They don't do shit for nobody. Idiots, clowns. Anybody who believes any of this Matrix attack is a lost soul. Tate Pledge. Go to tatepledge.com. Load it up. It's only the charity. Go to tatepledge.com. Fucking put it on your thing. You know how to do this tech stuff. I don't know how to do this shit. Put it on the screen and show me feeding thousands of children. It's all there.
Wow, you changed 1,100,000.
Their stream is a little laggy. I don't think it's me. I think it's them.
Syria, Mali, worldwide,
Mali.
Yemen. There used to be a Call of Duty map named Yemen. Syria. Oh, I can't say that one. Lebanon. Dubai.
Do you think that makes me feel proud?
Good for you, bro. Honestly,
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. That's amazing. Honestly, God bless you for real. I would love to help. How much?
We'll talk about it off stream.
Okay. Everyone is spamming this name. I just don't want to say it and start anything. I mean, but everybody is telling me it's somebody named David Goggins.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a hero. From what I've seen of David, he seems like an extremely dedicated, hardworking person who understands everything about pain and brutality and finding the strength inside of your mind to push yourself beyond the limits of what you think your body is capable of. I've never seen anything of David I disagree with. Nothing.
So that is someone.
I don't know him personally. I've never met him, but he seems to have the mindset of a winner, and that's exactly what you need to achieve. He's the kind of guy who gets up and says, "This is going to hurt. I'm going to do it anyway because that's what makes me me."
Gotcha.
What question are they asking?
That's what they're saying. They're spamming his name to say, "What are your thoughts on him?" So
I think he's and this is the thing about the world, right? we don't all have to be the same. We don't have to all be carbon copies of each other. We don't have to all agree on 100% of things. In fact, some of my best friends, I'll say I disagree with maybe 70% of what they say. Right. But if you're a full-grown man who sticks to his word, believes in his principles, believes in hard work, doesn't bully anyone, doesn't pick on people, isn't a little bitch, isn't passive-aggressive, isn't pushing any of these destructive agendas, and you're getting up and you're working hard and you're dedicating yourself and you're trying to help other people the best way you know how, I have respect for you. I don't need to know him personally to know that I like who he is overall. Because I've seen his work. I've seen him doing marathons I couldn't do. Or I wouldn't say I couldn't do because there's nothing I can't do, but I certainly wouldn't like to do. Right. He goes through a lot of pain. And I respect men like that. I don't need to know all of his ins and outs of his opinions and his beliefs to respect him as a person. I respect him. I respect any man who works hard. Aiden, if you didn't take drugs and you worked your ass off in the gym, of course I'll always be able to destroy you for the rest of your life because there's echelons in life and I'm a predator and you're not. That's fine. But I'd still respect you. If you tried your very best to become the best version of yourself you could, I'd still respect you.
Bad choice of words, calling himself a predator.
I'm a lion. You're a rabbit. But if you became the strongest rabbit you could possibly be, I'd still respect you. I'd be like, oh, that's a rabbit. Yeah, but at least he's trying. Of course, I'll always fucking rip you apart, but that's not what it's about. It's about the fact that you're doing the absolute best you can with the very feeble body God gave you.
If I went 365 in a boxing gym, best shape of my life, learn how to fight like I'm Floyd Mayweather or, Israel Adesanya, I'm knocking you the fuck out, bro. Do you understand? I know you did kickboxing. I know you did. But to say that hard work doesn't beat talent when talent fails to work hard, come on, bro.
Work hard?
I'm not saying that. But if I'm working...
What are you even talking about when you just said that so sense? When you just said makes no sense. It's a logic fail.
Andrew,
you would work hard, and I would work hard, and I would destroy you.
If I'm working harder than you, boxing and getting in the gym and really learning how to...
Talk about the fantasy of Aiden Ross working harder than me. Is this in between your drug episodes? It's on your time off? Shut up.
No. But all right. Fair enough. By the time, let's say you're 70 years old and I pull up on you finally. I'm like, what, 40? I'm the best shape of my fucking life. I pull up to you. You're 70 years old. You're chilling, having a cigar with Tristan. I'm like, Tristan, do me a favor, man. Get me go get me a water. He'd be like, Aiden, shut the fuck up. And he would be like, you guys would have someone go get it for me. Point is, I'd get you alone. Somehow, some way. You're 70, I'm 40. Best shape of my fucking life. You have a cane.
I'd still fuck you up.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You would not. You would not fuck me up. I would beat the utter loving shit out of you. I'm just saying there's a time and a place for everything. What are you drinking?
When we see each other, you will attack me with 100% of your rabbit strength.
I don't want to
see.
I don't want to do it.
What you can do.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want.
I'll stay sitting down. You can stand up and come get me.
I really would prefer if we can just take a handshake and maybe a hug and call it at that for the physical activities.
No. Let's ask the chat. Put a 1 if you want to see me and Aiden fight. And put a 2 if you want Aiden to be spared. Let's ask the chat, shall we? We're a democracy. We live in a democracy, don't we? We all believe in fair elections. Let's find out.
You guys are assholes. This is
1.
Dude, this is fucked up, bro. I wouldn't even do this to you guys, man. It's not even a fair fight.
You don't even know the basics of... Let me tell you something. Have you ever heard, like, dad strength? Have you ever heard of that? Dad strength?
Yeah.
You know when you're like a child and like your dad seems super strong?
Yeah.
It's small things, like just like even like grip strength. I could crush your neck. I could just get hold of any part of your body and just squash it. Do you understand, Pudgy? There's no resistance in you.
Hey, you're not going to...
All right, whatever I get hold of, I would just fucking decimate with pure grip strength. My knuckle is bigger than your fucking brain.
All right, listen.
I would smash you to fuck.
No. Listen to me. Hey, bald prisoner who dropped the fucking soap. Listen to me. I'm not Pudgy. I'm not Pudgy anymore. I'm not Pudgy anymore. I'm not. Okay.
You know why I laughed when you said bald prisoner? Because I think many levels deeper than you at a speed which you can't possibly fathom.
Oh, I laughed because I thought you liked the joke.
When you said bald prisoner and I laughed, you thought I laughed at the fact you called me a bald prisoner. No, because I think much deeper than you.
Well,
I laughed at the fact that you while debating with me about the fact that I couldn't destroy you, decided to call me a bald prisoner. Calling someone a bald prisoner is basically saying you're going to beat the fuck out of me. Do you want to fight a bald prisoner?
No, I didn't say that.
Why did you call me one? You just admitted you're going to lose. That's why I laughed. I laughed because I thought 3 levels deeper than you, even though you said the words. You're too stupid to even fucking fully comprehend the sentence you're coming out your mouth.
No,
when I heard you call me a bald prisoner, I thought, yes, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. You don't stand a chance, Aiden, and I can't wait for it to happen.
You touch me, you're going back to jail. I'm suing you for everything you got, okay? Don't fucking touch me. Do not even handshake me, hug me. We'll smile, and we'll sit in opposite sides of the room. Don't you dare lay a fucking finger on me. Please, don't fucking touch me.
Pudgy Aiden against the bald prisoner, the man who just survived Romanian jail, the ex-kickboxing world champion against Pudgy Aiden. Who you betting on?
I don't fight fair. Let me tell you what I do. If I'm in a street fight, no, you're laughing.
When have you ever been in a street fight? Don't even fucking lie to the chat. When have you ever been sitting around with your bullshit contract to talk shit all day in your fucking penthouse? Since when have you been in a street fight? What have you ever you didn't even grow up like I grew up. You never had a fight in your life. What are you even talking about? Street fight. You were talking the biggest crock of shit you perhaps ever spoken. You've never had a street fight. Who the fuck are you talking to?
Well, I've seen a lot.
No, what street fight? Tell us the story of your street fight. Tell me the guy you knocked out. Where was it? What happened, bro? Tell me, bro. Come on, bro. So Aiden is walking down the street. Aiden Ross is walking down the street. His girls with him, both sides. Someone comes up and says to his girls, "You're ugly." He says, hey, bro. I may look like a pudgy loser. I may be high on heroin that I've been drinking, but you don't want to mess with me. This huge dude, this big bald prisoner. You don't want to mess with me. And the girl says, Aiden, don't do it. He underestimates you. Am I right so far?
Yeah.
Then he tried to hit you and you like slipped it because you're so fast, like a cat. Then you knocked him clean out, didn't you? Southside Chicago. Yeah?
Yes.
You're an idiot.
Excuse me? I'm not an idiot. Okay.
Tell me your street fight story. Go on.
Hey, I've never been in a fight before, obviously, in my life.
You just said if I'm in a street fight. Tell me what happens. You just told me what happens in street fights. Tell me about your street fights. I want to know now. I thought I knew all about violence.
No. I did
know all about violence.
No, listen.
Everywhere.
I can explain.
Professional fights.
No, listen.
A whole bunch of shit. I thought I knew about violence. Please educate me, Aiden. Please tell me something.
Listen. Actually, I got you. In the 4th grade, a kid asked for my pencil. I didn't have a pencil. I said, nah. And I swear to God, this is what happened, bro. He grabbed my arm and gave me an Indian burn. I stood up from because I was sitting down. I stood on my desk. I pushed him. Okay? He started crying, and I went to the office, and I'm mad at me.
Indian burn, bro. He's so cool.
I swear to God, bro. I'm not joking, bro. I promise you what happened. I stood up for myself. Okay? So, don't know what you're talking about, bro. I know it was years ago, but...
Are you done?
What are your thoughts on that, bro? Huh?
Are you done?
What? Yeah.
After Indian burn, I didn't have to hear the rest.
They hurt. Have you gotten an Indian burn before? They fucking sting. Ugh.
What am I doing with my life?
I don't know. What are you doing with your life?
What time is it over there, Aiden?
Andrew, I have no friends anymore.
The stream is over. What's your plan for the rest of the evening?
We're gonna watch movies and shit. And play video games.
Who's we?
You know, me and my chat. Andrew, I have no friends anymore, by the way. After I went at bat for you, they all ditched, but it's cool. It's just me and you to the world, right? We're a duo.
Why would your friends stop talking to you because of me? They really think I'm that bad?
Because they called me a controversial and crazy, and I'm a brand risk now. That's the truth. Isn't that crazy? I'm a brand risk.
Sounds like you're fighting the Matrix, Aiden.
A little bit. I don't give a fuck.
Will you be okay in jail?
I thought about that, bro. I think I'd actually run prison.
How?
Because I'm smart, and I think, someone said, Aiden, if you ever went to prison, you'd be a bottom bitch. You'd be holding someone's pocket. I think I'd have 2 people holding my pockets, and I'd be the daddy in there, and I would be constructing people, and I would be in demand, and I would be top bunk, they'd be bottom bunk, and they would be cleaning my boots. What?
I'll write to you, Aiden. You can tell me all about it.
I'm not going to jail.
Yeah,
Listen,
you're going to jail.
if I went to,
they told me in jail that you're going to jail.
No way
You're a brand risk, Aiden.
Hold on.
Prepare.
There's
Start
no
training. You're going to jail.
I will, but hold on. Did you snitched on me for what?
No, I didn't have to snitch. They just came up to me and randomly said Aiden Ross is going to jail because he's a brand risk.
Wait, I'm involved in your shit now?
The agents told me of the Matrix.
Oh, nice. I'm fucked. Nice, bro. Wow, bro. I'm fucked. Nice, dude. I'm not going to make it in jail, bro. I'm not going to fucking make it in jail. They're going to widen my asshole and fuck me. No, I'm not going to jail, bro. No, bro. No, they're going to fuck me in my asshole. I'm not doing that shit, bro. They're going to hold me down and do fuck. No, and you're a snitch. Fuck you. You're not about that life either. You snitch. Fuck you. Nah, I don't give a fuck, bro. If I'm involved in your shit somehow, I'm fucked.
You know what? I think if you bring your stuffed animals from behind you, then they won't mess with you. If you bring your little toys,
okay,
then you can show them what a tough guy you really are. Hey, you should bring them with you. What are their names, Aiden? Aiden, what are their names?
I'll show you. All right. Sure. This is Kanye West, Bear. These are my stuffy. That's from South Park. You know Cartman. Hey, don't call me faggot, fucking Jew. That's Cartman over there. Kyle, Kenny, Butters. Okay. Oh, check this out, Andrew. Close your eyes. Are you closing? Andrew?
This dude's gonna get me banned on YouTube, bro.
I'm sorry.
That's better. You shouldn't do those things, Aiden. You should know better.
Yeah. My bad. That's for the heroin days.
Yeah. So, where were we along with the story? You quit drugs.
Yes.
I'm out of jail.
Yes. Okay.
And then you've moved. You got canceled or brand risk, something happened.
Yeah. I got the fuck out of LA. Fuck LA, right? You told me fuck LA. Miami's fire. Why don't you move to Miami? Let's go to Miami. Let's live together, bro. Oh my God. Dude. Fuck it. Let's stay in a big ass Miami mansion, get 24/7 security, and just live together. Fuck it. Me, you, and Tristan, and Luke. Come on. Your thoughts?
That would be the most wild reality show in history. It would actually. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be entertaining. That would be very entertaining.
Right.
But eventually we get bored of you and kick you out. I'd estimate 10 days max. And then we'd be like, we don't need Aiden here. We're bored of Aiden. We've beat him up. He has nothing interesting to say anymore. Get rid of him. So for a week, it'd be cool for a week.
Fair enough. But
you're in Miami now, right?
Yes, Miami.
Miami is the best city in America, hands down. It's not even close.
Facts. Fuck LA. Fuck those retards.
Yeah, it's no doubt about it. If I did live in America, I would live in Miami.
Glad you know. Okay. So Miami blows LA out the water, yeah?
Yeah, 100%, hands down.
Okay. Would you ever go to Miami ever again or no?
Yeah, God willing, when everything is all sorted out, everything's working well, I'd love to come visit. I have lots of friends there. I'd love to come see it. Why not?
You do have a lot of friends here.
Everyone likes me, Aiden. They try and pretend I'm the most hated man on the internet, but the truth is I've never had a negative interaction in person ever.
Ever. I know you haven't.
Never. And in fact, if I go anywhere, there's just crowds of people cheering my name and saying thank you and you helped me, and everyone loves me because I say the truth and I help people. I've never had anybody say anything negative to me ever in history, ever. And you know the number one demographic who loves me so much more than the Matrix wants to admit?
What?
Women. Fuck. 40% of the mail I got in jail were just love letters from random chicks from all around the world.
No way.
Endless love letters. You're the last real man. You stick up for what principles. You stick up for traditional gender roles. You stick up for, you're exactly the kind of man I want to be with. I wish more men were like you. Like endless. I got thousands of love letters from women from Poland, from Russia, from England, from America, Canada, South America, just women, they all smell of perfume and lipstick kisses, everything. Endless women write to me. Endless to this day write me love letters.
Well, that's what I ask you. You know, you got hella bitches. Could you slide me something? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can take care of him. I can be a man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one thing about you, bro, you're a W man. Okay? You should slide me some bitches. Okay? Go on some double dates. Fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Slide me some. Can you slide me some?
Imagine that. Imagine this, right? You're a chick.
Yeah. Well, all right.
You write to Andrew Tate, top G.
Yeah. Okay.
You're the best man. I love your principles. I love what you stick up for. I love all your attributes, your mental attributes. You're the man.
Right.
And then I say, don't worry, I can't be with you, but I've got someone else you're gonna like.
That's why I love you, bro.
And I pass them on to you.
And that's why I fuck with you, bro.
The disappointment. Their feeling of the treachery.
It's funny we got so many views on this stream, but really appreciate y'all.
They were like, whoa. I wrote to you, Andrew, because you are the exact kind of man I'm looking for. And you say to be with Aiden. I don't think you have a single quality that I have. I have thousands of remarkable qualities. I don't think you have one.
Come on. I can name some we have in common.
We both have a little bit of money. You could say that, right?
And we both have nice smiles. Smile. Look at him trying to break your smile, bro. You don't have to be so fucking nacho fucking Libre every 10 seconds, bro. Break character and smile for me.
I'm actually thinking as a psychological experiment, I'm actually analyzing this as a professional, how I could possibly convince a woman, how I could possibly slide a woman to you. I'm trying to think what could I even say? Sorry? Could I say sorry?
Sorry. Go fuck yourself, bro. Hey,
I know this is going to hurt.
Buddy,
you're going to be disappointed.
Buddy.
I'm sorry, but just give it a chance, please. Like, what other angle could I take? What am I going to say? He's funny and interesting. He's smart. Go drink heroin. Is that what I have to say? I don't know. What the fuck do I even say to a girl if I try and slide him onto you?
Hey, buddy.
You tell me what to say and I'll say it.
Cool. Fair enough, bro. Just want to say, bro, when you got out of jail, you look like this. Okay. So I just want to get that straight. Okay. Hey, buddy.
I drank some water. I had a coffee and a water delivered to me and I drank it and I became severely ill, which was kind of concerning.
You were sick?
That's when that picture went up. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Are you offended?
No, don't be offended. I literally drank some coffee and a bottled water. And then within an hour, I was severely ill and I was ill for 2 or 3 days. It was,
yo, somebody tried to poison you, bro.
I don't know what happened.
Yo. Okay, but look.
So you're telling me what was that?
Any double dates?
That voice
Any double dates, bro.
Tell me
Aiden's so goofy.
What would you like me to say to a woman to slide her onto you? Just tell me what to say and I'll say it. Just tell me, let me know and I'll say it.
Say a bitch's name is Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. You know, I'm in jail right now currently. So I'm not able to, occupy myself with you. But my boy over here, Aiden, he's a character. He's a great guy. He treats people with respect. He will love you. He'll treat you very well, take you out.
Do I show them the clip? Do I show them the clip of you with the plastic tits? Is that what I show them? Do they like that? Do I show them your teddy bears?
What's wrong with you? Wait, so my room is not. Hold on, my room is not cool.
Do I show them your teddy bears? I'm asking. Should I show them your teddy bears or not?
I mean, you can show them, my room. I think my room is pretty cool. Yo, check this shit out, bro. I didn't tell you were locked up, but fuck it. James jersey. It says to Aiden from LeBron. How cool is that?
Go find a cigar.
I don't have one. Okay.
Go get a cigarette.
I don't. A cigarette. What the fuck is the matter with you? A cig?
A cigarette offends you, but liquid heroin's fine.
Dude, I don't want anything in my body. Okay, the fuck.
Now you're a beacon of purity.
I don't want anything in my body. I don't want anything in my fucking body. By the way, a lot of people call me dumb and shit. Everyone's saying, you stupid fuck, you're dumb. If Andrew asks me intelligent questions, I can give you intelligent answers. He's just not asking me anything intelligent. I'm not dumb. I'm not a dumb person. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay.
Why do you think you became famous when so many other uninteresting,
you asked me this question in 2020, 2022, bro. I gave you the same answer.
Give me the answer.
It's luck. Why did you get famous? Why did you get famous?
Because I help people and I say things other people don't say. Why did you become famous?
You want to be honest?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I started this sense of humor to the internet that, well, not really started it, but I started saying things, you know. I acted a certain way for comedy as a comedy joke. Okay.
Do you have any other questions for me?
I do. I honestly do. I do. What's next after this, bro? Honestly, what's next after this, Andrew? I genuinely care for you, and I'm curious. What is next?
After what?
After this.
After this current battle?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The battle.
I don't think life struggles ever truly end. I think they're just replaced. There'll be something else to deal with. That's fine. I'll do my absolute best, like I always do. I don't know how to answer the question. I don't see there's going to come a day where I wake up where there's not a battle to fight. Every day there will be something. So I don't know how to answer your question.
Have you been keeping up with Sneeko at all?
Haven't spoke to him much since I've been out, no. But I know he's reverted to Islam, which I respect, and I know he's doing well, which is also very good. I don't know much about internet streamers. I don't watch streams. I don't watch videos. I don't watch anybody else. I don't know anything about drama online or who's beefing who. I don't even check the Twitter timeline. I say what I want to say and I turn it off. I don't care about anybody else. I don't watch anybody else's stuff. I don't have accounts. How can I watch these streams? I don't even have an account on YouTube. I don't have any of this stuff. I'm not going to sit through ads like a dummy. Like gotcha. I don't watch anything. I don't have a clue what's going on. I don't care.
Gotcha. Okay. What are your, okay, because I had made this tweet. Did you ever have cancer, bro? Like, what was happening with that? Are you okay? No?
Yeah,
okay.
All right. I'm fine. I had some medical tests due to check some things which were identified when I was in Dubai, and then when I was in jail, the appointment overran, and I had to use the Romanian medical system, which I did, to confirm that I didn't have cancer because I knew I wouldn't. In fact, my lungs had precisely 0 smoking damage, which was very nice. I also had an 8.2 liter lung capacity, which is much larger than average. And when I did the strength test, I was 37% higher than average, which goes to show how shit the average person is, really, I guess, because it wasn't even that difficult. So my lungs are fine. Everything's fine.
Good.
God is taking care of me. And my health is wealth. And I take my health very seriously, and I intend on living as long as possible. So yeah, I'm in perfect physical condition. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. You could have asked me in the letter you didn't fucking write, but I guess better late than never.
Hey, man.
And I don't want you to think I'm joking, Aiden.
I know you're not joking. I know I'm not laughing at all.
I'm sitting in a fucking room by myself staring at the wall.
I know.
And the only joy I possibly have are pieces of paper. And I thought you would find the time in your very busy life to send me one.
So when I spoke
that did hurt my feelings. And I will not forgive you for that for the rest of my life. I will mention that on repeat because it hurt my feelings.
Forever. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I you know, and hey man, I just gotta be better, you know? And I will be better.
You were distracted, and what were you distracted doing? Important things or stupid things?
The gym. And honestly, you're just thinking out of context, man. I would have wrote you. I was in my car, ready to literally go to Romania. I'm in.
Shout out to the Chemi Lab right here.
To literally go to Romania. And I'm
Tavi. Bro's finally getting some results after so many adversities.
Lamborghini Urus.
Love to see it.
Good car. I'm just curious. I'm just trying to imagine you in the car. I was thinking.
We're gonna put this one. Boom.
I have 40 cars.
Oh, nice. Oh, Question: what are your thoughts on Elon Musk? By the way, I always want to ask this question to you. I don't think I've ever asked you that. What are your thoughts on Elon? Because I think he did some pretty cool shit.
How could you possibly have negative thoughts of the richest man in the world who's colonizing space? What kind of dummies? How could you possibly have a negative thought about the richest man in the world, arguably one of the most intelligent men on earth, who is colonizing space and is a champion of free speech? What kind of person could possibly have negative thoughts about that individual? Humans colonize space, who's about.
Well, that's why I said
I'm asking. No, but let's. This is a thought experiment. Who could sit here and say?
Oh, I see what you're saying. For the people, yeah. That's
Elon
true.
Musk, the richest man in the world, who is helping humans colonize space, who's a bastion of free speech, and although he is so rich, continues to work hard on the biggest problems which humanity face day after day. Instead of just running off and being happy, he dedicates himself. How can you possibly say anything bad about that man without sounding like an idiot?
I know who speaks bad about him. It starts with an L. Okay. Libtards. Elon Musk is. Elon Musk is.
He's a hero. He's a hero.
Literally, he's a hero.
If you had to go to Mars tomorrow urgently for some reason, and you could only ask one person for help, who would you ask?
Elon, 100%.
What kind of dumbass is going to sit here and say, well, I think he's bad? Anyone who has anything bad to say about someone who's achieved things like Elon, you can literally just write off as an idiot. You can just stop listening to them. As soon as they say, well, actually, I think, you can just turn your brain off and say, you're a dumbass. Goodbye.
You want to see the greatest picture ever? I tweeted this out. It's a picture. It's me, Kanye, Trump, Elon, and you. It's
Why
the greatest.
Are you in that group?
What?
You contributed?
Hey, buddy, what do you mean? I'm in that group. I'm not.
What have you contributed at the same level of Elon and the ex-president of the United States and the top G?
I met Trump. I met Trump, by the way. I met Trump.
I actually did see that somewhere. That was at, where was that? That was at UFC.
UFC. Right? Yeah. My boy Dana hooked it up, man. And Trump is he's a G, bro. He's a G.
Dana's a G as well.
I love Dana, bro. Such a nice, pure, genuine guy, bro, for real. Me, you. Yeah.
G's are genuine. G's are good people. If you're a real man and you're solid in your foundations, you're good to everybody. You have no reason to be horrible or rude to people. And this is what I actually try and say to everyone, even people who believe in me. If you're a fan of mine, I want you to be a happy, good, nice person. What are you drinking?
Celsius.
What's that?
Oh, shit. Well, I'm never going to drink it ever again, but, it's just a drink. Because, I woke up early. My schedule's fucked up right now. And,
you just said it's 5 p.m.
Yeah. I woke up, a couple hours ago? 3 hours ago? I was streaming late last night. We were watching, movies and shit. We actually started a new TV show. It's called Prison Break. I thought of you. It's where this guy, tries to escape jail. But you actually didn't escape jail. You actually got out because you're innocent.
So, wait. Because I don't watch you ever, Aiden. Let me just... So when I do an emergency meeting, I try and think of lessons I want to teach people.
Okay.
And then I sit and I explain the lessons and I try and help people. When you stream, you don't teach anybody anything. You just watch movies?
Well, it's Prison Break. It's a great TV show we've been watching. We talk shit, we react, play some games, gamble. We just, we just decided,
Did you just say gamble?
Yeah.
You sit and you gamble and you watch TV.
Gamble, TV, eat.
And eat. And people watch you do this?
Yeah. Eat. I don't know.
Where's the lesson? Where's the value? Where's it? Let me understand. What do you teach me? How do you help people?
Well, I went on stream and I started saying, stop jerking off and do push-ups. And you were in jail.
And then you became a heroin addict. And then what?
Stop it. I didn't have anyone to fucking talk to. Okay? And I was going crazy.
You're saying the second I
This is why the streaming world needs me.
No, I'm not saying that, bro. No.
Gambling, which is fucking haram, and then watch TV shows?
You own casinos, didn't you?
Is that what you do?
What? Dude, point I'm trying to make is this.
I'm asking, you're just going to put on a TV show and say, hey, guys, let's all watch TV together. That's the value you provide to the world.
Dude, no. Okay, we're going to talk. I'm going to talk to them, all right? I'm going to give them a life lesson every day now.
What are you going to teach them?
I'm going to teach them that how if you're an addict, it's time for us to all wake up and get help, and it's time for us to all be the best version of ourselves, and fuck happiness. It's all about being proud.
So if I check your stream at random some point throughout tonight, As soon as I log in, I'm gonna see interesting, insightful value being delivered to the populace. You're gonna be using your platform to educate and help people. There's not gonna be any stupid shit, no TV shows, no gambling, nothing. You're gonna be helping people learn to be better people. That's what you're gonna be doing. If I check your stream at random, that's what I'm gonna do.
In this specific stream.
Aiden.
Oh, wait, no, actually, no, hold on.
The platform has been given to you by God for a reason. It's the reason so you can help people watch TV shows. I'm trying to do, I don't know what you do. I don't know why you're famous. I don't find you particularly interesting. I'm trying to ask why
what the hell?
What are they watching? They're watching fucking Prison Break?
Should I be honest? I don't even know. Why the fuck do you guys watch me? No, real shit, like, I was thinking, this guy's name is Pam. He's getting a train ran. I can't, man. Some of you guys are just so soulless, man. It's just fucking despicable. You know, why'd you
Again, it's their Wi-Fi. It's not my Wi-Fi. It's the Matrix attack, like you guys were saying.
Watch TV shows. I'm trying to do, I don't know what you do. I don't know why you're famous. I don't find you particularly interesting. I'm trying to ask why.
What the hell?
What are they watching? They're watching fucking Prison Break?
Should I be honest? I don't even know. This guy's name is Pam. He's getting a train ran. I can't, man. Some of you guys' name is Pam. He's getting a train ran. I can't, man. Some of you guys are just so soulless, man. It's just fucking despicable. You know, why'd you
I think this is just crashing or something. But, you know, we're still here. Yeah, this has been very interesting. I definitely want to stream more and, you know, stream more trending events. Definitely a good way to reach more people and hopefully spread a good positive message.
Pam, he's getting a train ran. I can't, man. Some of you guys' name is Pam. He's getting a train ran. I can't, man. Some of you guys are just so soulless, man. It's just fucking despicable. You know, why'd you?
What the hell? I feel like I'm in a loop or something. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so it's not just me, it's the whole stream.
Aiden.
Wait, no, actually, no.
I'll refresh. Gold-plated Trump bills? New winning product. Damn, Rumble ads. Oh, I think it ended. Oh, okay. It crashed. Okay. The Matrix is attacking. People are so goofy. But, man, that is funny. Rumble ads are printing. Yeah, definitely seems like a undervalued placement right now. I mean, no one's really... I've never really... Okay, I will go on Kick, I guess. We'll check it out. See what's going on. 170,000 live viewers. Wow. That's crazy. Maybe one day we'll get 170,000 live viewers.
What if he's just taking a shit? Literally, what if he's just taking a shit? Oh, David's calling me. Thank God. Yo. I'm streaming. What's good?
You called me.
Are we good? Or is everything okay?
Yeah, what the fuck? Wait, put it on mute.
True. I think he was kind of tired of it. And I don't blame him. Aiden's kind of a lot. Yeah. How's my day? My day's good. I've been having a good day. I wasn't going to stream, but I saw that this was happening live. So last time that I streamed an Andrew Tate event, it did really well on my channel. I got like 700 live viewers that day. So I figured I'd try it again. And here we are. But yeah. So you're asking, my question today is why is he spending time with Aiden? Yeah, it's because Aiden, I mean, as you can see, he gets like 100,000 live viewers. So, you know, he's just funneling those people to his stream.
Nah, let's not assume anything happened, bro. We're good. All right. All right, chat. We're good. We're good. Oh my God, W's in the fucking chat, man. All right. Now it's time to talk, man. You know what I'm saying, chat? My evaluation, my thoughts, my fucking final speech. Okay, listen, man.
Okay.
No, they didn't get him. Okay, guys, it's time for me to be in the gym. Okay, Bruce, shop my office in here, Brucey. We're gonna be in the gym. Okay, guys, it's time. It's time, chat. A Jew causes another. Guys, stop, bro. First of all, I thought it would be Jewish.
Okay, I think we can finish that. Now, next, we said something about oh yeah, I was watching this Obama interview. I only got like 2 minutes in, but let's go to Alex Becker. We said we would watch this video together. Oh yeah, I actually did check it out, but we'll watch it again.
Young man, the Matrix, the WEF, whatever you want to call it, the elite establishment, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the evil government, whatever.
This is really good contrast with like what we just watched.
This is not affecting your life. It's not controlling you. This is not impacting you. By focusing on this, you're getting the exact opposite of what you're trying to achieve, which is freedom and power. You're sitting around right now, affected by this based culture that's infecting the internet, which is really just a ploy to use your frustration to gain your attention for the enrichment of others.
Facts.
You might be sitting around thinking, the world is terrible. The world's just the worst thing that's ever existed. It's not. This might be contrary to what you're reading on Twitter and your Discord channels. It's not. I've sat in my house for the last 15 years in gym shorts, quite like I am right now.
This is really good contrast with what we just saw, and this is very interesting.
I haven't left my house. I've built multiple businesses and generated hundreds of millions of dollars. I have a six-pack. I have really good health. I have a nice girlfriend. I have a big house. And I did this coming out of the military. I was definitely part of the Matrix then. Look at me there. Look at me. I'm just ready to go punch babies and stuff. How was I able to do this? It's because the world isn't that bad. At no time in this 15-year period did the Matrix or Klaus Schwab or some evil establishment elite show up at my house and stop me from working or ruin my business or force me to eat cupcakes and adopt bad health or use TikTok. It never happened. Not once. They never came a single time. The Matrix is not in the...
That's a really good point. As bad as people make times out to be these days and how everyone's programmed, etc., at the same time, it's also never been a better time for humanity in terms of like, you know, less oppression, more opportunity. It's pretty unbelievable, actually. So I like this, especially as a business owner. I think these things are a lot of times just distractions to get you to buy some program or some course or something, but somebody's getting rich off of it, and it's not you, unfortunately. So getting angry about all these things is a little bit counterintuitive to what your goals should be.
the room with you right now, it's probably not coming to your house. Klaus Schwab is not going to show up and stop you from hitting what you want in life. I hate to break it to you, but what's everyone is complaining about in the space culture, it's just 1960s hippie culture where people get together and complain and moan and blame everyone else for something that's gone wrong in their life.
That's a really good point. I feel like these things are cyclical. It's so interesting how cyclical these trends are that people get upset over.
But unlike the 1960s, you're living in the best time to ever possibly be alive. You are more empowered. You have more access. And if you're watching this video on a streaming service right now, you have more connections to do anything and achieve anything in your life than any other human has in human history. But you know what the problem is? You know what the point of this video is? Instead of taking hold of that and using that to make yourself an extremely wealthy man and get all the things you want out of life right now, you're sitting around being frustrated and distracted and trying to figure out these problems that you can't solve and are also not really affecting you. This is just a culture war, like a culture war has always been going on in the United States or around the world for literally forever. And in 15 years from now, there'll be another culture war, and this culture war will have forgotten about you and all your attempts and ploys and schemes to try and change it, and it will pay you back no ROI. It'll just leave you behind like a red light used hooker. The influencers that you are paying attention to and worshiping right now, they'll leave with all the courses and CDs and books and nonsense they've sold you. They'll leave with that money, and then they'll just go hang out with their family and friends, and they'll just be like, ah, man, we were really angry back then. But you will pay the price because you're sitting around angry, frustrated, and distracted when, at this moment right now, I again stress, you're living in the best time to ever be a human. You might tell me, oh, it's so bad right now. The government is evil. They're doing all these weird, evil things. Yeah, that's completely true. There's a bunch of evil, and it seems like satanic people running all the tech companies and the corporations, and they're all together trying to take away rights and do all sorts of weird stuff. Oh, yeah, it does seem bad. But you know that the Matrix used to be a lot worse than this, right? You know, like just a few generations ago, there was no internet. There was no opposing view. You couldn't go and separate truth from lies. You had to go with the system that was laid out. You had to go to college. You had to do all these things. You had to get a loan from the banks. There was no other education source because all there was books. And you know what the Matrix liked to do then? It liked to show up at your house and ship you off to Vietnam. Oh, you think being censored from Twitter or YouTube is bad right now? Imagine some guy coming up to your house and goes, hey, you're going to go fight a bunch of angry Vietnamese people. In tunnels.
Unfortunately, that's still a reality for people in Russia and Ukraine, which is pretty messed up, but definitely less common than it was back then.
They're just going to want to kill you and they just hate you. That would have been really bad. You know, in American history, there was once actually times where we had to pay 90% taxes. You didn't even get to keep your money. If you look back through the records of all the nonsense that's gone on in America, you'd realize that this is not even like peak nonsense. You're actually doing okay right now. Now, am I saying that you should overlook and not be aware of what's going on in the world and everything's going on? No, I have multiple passports. I'm very aware of everything that's going on. It's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, and I don't focus on this because the only way to really deal with these things is to gain power and influence, which ties into the point. Is Andrew Tate right that there's elite people running the world and doing all sorts of weird stuff that we don't like right now? Yes, he's 100% right. There's nothing you can do about it. And I hate to break this to you. This is how humans have worked forever. It's not some new thing. Like people on Twitter acting like humans have been like these ethical creatures for like the last 100 years. But suddenly when TikTok came online and OnlyFans popped up, we really hit the nail. Oh, things have gone overboard now. No, you silly goose. If you look at the pharmaceutical industry, look at the health industry and all the poisons that are being shipped to us right now, all the manipulation of us. This is how it's always been. This is how it's always been. Businessmen have gained power by creating addictive products or manipulative products, and they've used it to make lots and lots of money. This has been going on for hundreds of years. If you look at the Industrial Revolution, oh man, if you look at the stuff Rockefeller and Carnegie did, look at what all those industrial titans did. You think our billionaires are bad. But the truth of the matter is, there's never been a time in history where weak or average people were not treated like cattle. Is that nice? Does that make me sound like an elitist? Yes, it does. But I don't want to sit here and lie to you. The only people who have done well in the world, in the history of the world, are people that have obtained power, wealth, worked really hard, made themselves very valuable, and that's it. There's never been a point in the world where a handful of families didn't control everything. There's 150, 200 families. There's no governments. There's just these families. They control everything. That's how it is. There's this game. There's this system. And the only way you can actually do well in the system is you gain enough money and power that you can leave the system. Or you can at least defend yourself from the system. Or you have choice inside the system. If not, you get moved on to the cattle lane. That's how it is. Now, here's the point of this video. This is the one time in history where you actually have the power to escape all of it. It's the best time to ever be alive. At any point in time, you can get on the internet and learn how to do anything. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to fall for loans. You have access to all the health information you could ever need.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things is literally just YouTube. The fact that you can access all of the world's information at your fingertips is pretty unbelievable and probably will compound more than we think. So, you know, it's good to be optimistic. And it's good also to pair that with consistently putting in the work, right? Not just wishing for things to get better, but actually doing something about it in the form of, you know, creating your own business, creating value in your life and those around you. I think that's a really good thing to focus on.
This is the absolute best time, most empowered time for any human to be alive. You sitting here right now have the power to build incredible wealth, incredible health, incredible lifestyle simply by effort alone. This is not something that anybody had. Even 20 years ago, the internet didn't exist. When I first got into business, it was impossible to find people teaching you how to do business, reach optimal health. You had to dig deep in the forums. Now there's people volunteering it willingly on YouTube. People are experts at it. There was no Alex Hormozy 15 years ago teaching people to run businesses. There was no endless weightlifting and fitness channels teaching you how to get perfect health. There was just weird little forums where you just chatted. You just go to bodybuilding.com and be like, hey, does anybody know like how to eat protein powder right? That's how the world was. And you're telling me it's so hard right now. You can get on the internet, you can clearly see what's a truth or a lie. It's so easy to see what the mainstream media is lying about. It's so easy to see who's full of crap. It's so easy to see what systems have been built that are manipulative and don't help people, like colleges, for example. Just go look, it's just right there. And you're telling me it's bad, everyone's brainwashed. No, people used to actually really be brainwashed because there was no other counter media. Now you have it. You are empowered. Everything in your life is good. And if you just use these tools, Klaus Schwab, I promise you, is not going to show up at your house and try and tar and feather you. Yeah, some really weird things have happened, but your only way out of it is putting your head down and focusing and getting the fucking work. There's never been a time in history where a bunch of whiny complainers got together and changed anything. Look at the 1960s hippies. There's a Vietnam War going on and the government was doing all sorts of loopy stuff and Richard Nixon was corrupt and blah, 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 blah. All these people got together and they just, the establishment's bad, they're manipulating us, the man. Does this sound, you know, similar to what's going on right now? There is all these hippie leaders leading all these people and also selling stuff on the side and making money from it. And at the end of all of it, the culture war moved on. The elites did nothing. They didn't change anything because they don't care what you have to say. It doesn't matter. You have to have power to affect them. They moved on. All the people and influencers then, they moved on. All the people that sat around griping and whining were distracted the whole entire time and wasted all their time, all their energy and focus. They were just left behind. They got nothing. And that's going to happen to you if you get involved in all this base culture war influence stuff. You are living, again, in the best time to be alive, the most empowered time to be alive. And you're choosing, if you're part of this, to complain. And instead of using every ounce of your energy and focus to alleviate this problem that is going on and empower yourself, enrich yourself, make yourself healthy, you're inside saying, no, I'm going to take my hard drive. I'm going to dedicate it towards the culture war. What a waste. What a waste. Because participating in this culture war is going to give you no ROI. The only thing that's going to save you, the only thing that's going to give you any form of defense is gaining power. And you know how to do that? You turn off all this crap. You stop looking at these influencers who are essentially, I hate to break it to you, they find out what you're frustrated about. They realize they can get lots of likes and attention if they just keep complaining. How many YouTube channels do you see? And all they do is complain about the left and wokies. And then what do? Oh, they make money from doing that. And then they also start selling stuff. They make a lot of money doing it. You notice a lot of people on the base side are getting rich. Did you notice Ben Shapiro's making like $100 million a year now? Making you mad?
That is pretty crazy how much Ben Shapiro's Daily Mail makes. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's like $10 a month. But I think he literally has like 10 million people subscribed to it, and he does like 100 million a year with it. It's unbelievable. The power of the internet, man. It is really, truly wild.
Kind of strange. Did you notice when wokeness was becoming a thing? What happened with all the woke influencers? They started making all this money. They got rich from being woke and making woke people mad. And then they're just kind of fading into the shadows now. They're going to go live their life and be rich, and all the woke people are going to be left around embarrassed. Well, what do you think's happening right here? You need to stop fighting a war for the culture war. You need to stop fighting a war for influencer. You need to start only focusing on the war for yourself. Because the only thing that's going to pay you ROIs for your focus energy is your focus on you. Not this. Not dedicating your attention to other people and what they want you to be mad about. No, take all that power back, put the blinders on, get to work. Because for the rest of your life, the world is going to be controlled by a handful of families. For the rest of your life, there's going to be elites and average people who don't enrich themselves, don't take control of their lives. They're going to be treated like cattle. That's how it is. They're going to be told stupid things. They're going to believe stupid things. They're going to be sold things that hurt them for a profit, and that's how it's going to work. That's how it's always worked. Whether the right's in power, whether the left's in power, that's how power works. And your only way to survive in this whirlpool is to become powerful yourself. You have to become powerful yourself, because all the world is just these very powerful people.
This does feel like I'm about to get pitched the product.
Thrown all around the place. They think, man.
I mean, yeah, Alex Becker is obviously like a brilliant copywriter and salesperson. So, you know, I don't think anybody is unaware of that, but that doesn't make his argument invalid.
And this whirlpool is just nasty, but it's really just these people pulling the strings right here. You need to get the power to either build yourself a giant boat so that the whirlpool just can't bother you, or you can get so powerful you can climb out of the whirlpool and you can start pushing the people back actually directly. You know why Mark Zuckerberg and all these people can control your speech? It's because they worked really hard and gained a lot of power. That's how they can do it. They didn't sit around complaining on Twitter. If you want to actually fight back, this is important to you, you need to gain power. You don't need to be complaining. You don't need to be trying to solve problems and arguing on Twitter. You just need to be gaining money and power. Or if you're like me and have noticed the world is actually pretty damn neat, there's a lot of really fun stuff to do. There's a lot of cool stuff to enjoy, and no one's really going to stop you from doing that as long as you keep your head on a swivel, stay wise. You can just gain a lot of power, money, and achieve all the things you want in your life. I'm coming pretty close to it right now. I have everything I ever wanted. Well, you can just do that too. And then when the Matrix and the elites start acting up, you don't like what they're doing, you just move. You just move. There's plenty of places in the world where whatever cultural views you have, they completely agree with you. Just go there. That's it. Or you can just spend all your time, energy, and focus being angry about all this stuff and the Matrix, which is going to give you no ROI. So that's it. If you want to actually gain power, you want to actually have control of your life, you want to actually escape the Matrix, shut the fuck up, stop whining, get to work.
That's actually not bad advice in my opinion. I think Nike said it best with their slogan, just do it. That's really what it all boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. So what should we watch next? I mean, I kind of want to watch something else. I'm just, you know, chilling here. And I think there's a lot of valuable stuff out there that we could watch. But let me see. Oh, new Alex Hormozy video, perhaps? Watch this if you're tired of being broke. Okay, let's see.
This is a video I'm making for Avante, the young man who was working 2 jobs.
Oh, wait, I actually saw that on... We got a League player. I mean, I'm playing this. It's it's League, but it's TFT. So it's like the... I mean, okay, it's not... It's the auto battler version. So it's just like... You build a team. It's kind of like chess a little bit. I think it's a little bit like chess. I was just playing that on the side while we watched Aiden. But what do you guys want to watch? Some Alex Hormozy. There's... Oh, I kind of want to see Jordan's new video maybe. I actually forgot to watch it. Oh, wait, actually, this might be interesting. Tim Ferriss. TFT, love it. New update. I do like it. Yeah, I actually think it's pretty good. I'm already plat 4. Diamond soon. Thoughts on the Jolie shower lifter? Dude, okay, you missed the last stream, but in the last stream that we did, we watched this entire podcast here with Rob Deerdeck, and funny enough, turns out he's actually the founder of Jolie, or one of them. He's an investor. How to sell your startup for millions. Joe Rogan offers vaccine expert 100 million. Yeah, so not sure what you guys want to watch, but I think there's definitely something out there that we can get some value from, maybe get some lessons from. I mean, Hormozi's great, but I don't know. Maybe this one. But yeah, you can actually find that stream. Tim Ferriss, that sounds kind of good. I kind of want to watch that. Oh. We actually wanted to watch the other Alex Sprecher video last stream. Okay, so here, let's go back. Is it this one? Or this one? Thoughts on Elon versus Zuck? I think Zuck is going to win that fight if they do fight. Which, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Are you talking about this one? Honestly, Ari, big love for all the amazing vids. Thanks, man. I mean, we're only going to take it to the next level now. I want to actually start making content live, because I actually find that the content I enjoy the most right now is the one that I make with all of you. So I would love to review stores live and have you guys input stuff as well. So, but yeah, I think Zuck will destroy him. I think Zuck has been training MMA and jiu-jitsu for a while now, and he's just really good. So let's watch this video, Disgustingly Easy Ways to Get Rich with AI by 2024. Let's see what this is all about.
So the way to make money in AI is the same exact way to make money before AI. This made me hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm currently actually building an AI startup right now using this exact same method that I think will make me many more hundreds of millions of dollars. And I want to show you this strategy right here, because regardless if you are super experienced in software or not, I think if you're a beginner or even someone that's new to business, if you see this way of thinking and then apply AI to it, it's going to be very, very, very easy to make money. And when I say easy, you might roll your eyes and go, to me, it is very easy to make money doing this even without AI. So if you plug this in to AI, which is basically blown this wide open, the method I'm about to show you right here, there's really no reason you can't make a lot of money. You can apply this to very small examples, where it's just you running ChatGPT, or you can apply this to stuff where you hire a team, you build a little model, and you push it out to certain businesses. Trillions, billions, and millions of dollars are going to be made by all ranges of people here, and I think you should understand this because it has made me a very rich man and given me a lot of control.
I also, another angle for this, another way to get rich with AI if you don't want to do any work and you already have a little bit of money, is to invest in semiconductor companies like TSM or On Semiconductors or NVIDIA. That's part of what I'm doing, at least, and obviously utilizing AI for my e-commerce stuff. I'm still trying to just focus in on e-commerce. You said already the second video? Okay, well, watch the second video after this one.
Over my finances, despite being an absolute buffoon. I mean, have you seen my Twitter at CSS Becker? I barely can spell words, and I don't know the difference between your and your, but this got me there. Also follow me on Twitter at CSS Becker. Let me show you. So, my first 9-figure company, Hyros, which I'm still director, I'm the head of product over there. What we did and how I got this company to a 9-figure valuation, actually much further now, is this. If you look at any business out there, and in this method, we want to focus on businesses. We're not going to build something for consumers. We're not going to make Uber. That costs a lot of money. It's very hard to make profitable. We want to make money fast and easy. All right, the good old gimmicky method. You know, that method that all the men in suits with cigars on YouTube are talking about these days. I'm going to show you how to actually do it without selling you a course. When you look at a business model, you have to understand for a business to work, there's usually tons of things going on. And so, for example, let's look at a online business e-commerce store. So for them to get customers, there has to be an ad. They have to have a customer come to the website. The customer has to check out. The customer has to then get shipped the product. And let's just leave it at that point right here. If you look at all these middle points right here in any business, and let's even like talk about where they're getting their supplies for the product from. In every business, there's little connectors. And what you need to understand is that between all these connectors, money is lost or gained. So for example, right here in this little connector in ads, let's say in order for them to make $100,000, they have to spend $10,000 in ads right here. Okay, and they're shipping right here. They have to spend $5,000 right here, and then $50,000 right here on product, and then I don't know, $500 on the website. Okay, this is going to be badly explained because again, I'm a buffoon. But you have to understand, at every step of one of these points, they're losing money, or there's a chance to gain more money. So for example, on the website, you could optimize some text to the checkout process and make them an extra 5%. And so when you look at every little business, what you want to do as an entrepreneur is you want to analyze businesses and you want to find the little connectors. And then you want to find where the connectors are just. So for example, with Hyros, I noticed in paid advertising, people weren't able to get their tracking set up correctly. It just wouldn't work. Facebook tracking, Instagram tracking, YouTube ad tracking. It's not very accurate. And because of this, businesses on usual were spending about 30%, even 50% more than they should be on ads. And so if I'm working with a business that's, doing several $1 million a month and they're spending, $500,000 a month on ads, that's a lot of money, okay? And so if we take they're spending $500,000 a month on ads and I allow them to save, let's say $100,000. And no, I'm never gonna get one of those little drawing boards. We're gonna deal with this purple crayon elementary school board forever. Also, if you like business training like this, follow me on Twitter at @CSSBecker. I literally have archives, places where I store large formats of text that break down everything you need to know to building a business. Stuff I learned, stuff when it comes to hiring,
Archives is
leading,
hilarious.
how I target and run products, how I think of products, how I target markets. It's all there. I won't even show you around my cool house and try and sell you a course afterwards. I'll just show you how it works and let you be on your way, young Padawan. Scurry on. I don't have time to sell you something. What I can do is if I save them $100,000, I can say, okay, cool. I'm saving you $100,000 a month. You give me $10,000 a month to run on my software. And they'll go, sure. Easy. That is the method that I will use over and over again till the day I die. You just find a little breaks in businesses and then you make people more money than they pay you. Okay, so for example, on the site, we can make a little software that increases checkout rates by 5%, 10%. If they're making $1 million a month in their store and you increase it by 5%, that's an extra $50,000 a month for them. You can bill them.
Oh, somebody's asking, how does TSM help with AI or whatever? How is that investing in AI? It's just because computing power, AI relies on computing power and storage, and you need a lot of semiconductors for that. That's that's basically it.
$3,000 a month for it, no problem. Call them on the phone, say I'll make you an extra $50K, you pay me $3K. Done. That is how you make money in business. It is selling a $100 bill for $20. You don't even have to try. So what AI does is it blows this absolutely wide open because with software in general, these little gaps, I'm gonna bring this back up actually, and we're gonna draw on green now, and this is just gonna look like a dog turd by the time we're done. All these little gaps are really covered when it comes to normal software, okay? In services and contracting. The internet's been around for a long time. Software's been around for a long time. The bases are full. AI's been around 6 months now. People still haven't figured it out. They don't know what model training is. They don't understand there's other things in ChatGPT and where it's limited from. They don't understand how the image generation works. They don't understand the difference between Midjourney and Stable Diffusion. I do, and so I'm going to brag about it in this video. Between all these things, you can build little things, or you can create services that build little things that easily fill in all these blanks. So let's talk about two situations right here. Let's look at doctor's office, for example. It'd be really, really easy to, for example, to build a model. You take a model of ChatGPT, one of the older versions, and then you train it based to answer phone calls for doctors really, really well. Okay, and that sounds very complicated. It's actually not. If you work with a developer, you can train models to do and specify just about anything. You should go research this, you know, maybe after watching this video, maybe get off your ass and do a little bit of research yourself, you lazy piece of I'm not
There are a lot of applications for AI. Even, I think one of the simplest ones for people here, and this is something I may work on even just for my own stores and then productize it for everyone else, it's just a chat bot for the Shopify inbox. I think that would be brilliant. It would help your conversion rate. It would help your satisfied customer rate, your returning customer rate, everything. So that's something I may work on, but something you guys can work on as well. The Shopify inbox is actually it's a pretty cool app. Very easy to install. It's free. It's a Shopify feature. And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Going to do it all for you, but you could train a model and then go to doctors and say, we'll put this on your website and this will increase your call bookings by 20%. Okay, booking is like a big gap for them. If they can increase their lost bookings by 10%, they make 10% more money. If a doctor's office is making 300, 500,000 a month, I don't know how much they make, you make them an extra 50, 20,000 a month, you can charge anywhere from 500 to 3,000 a month to use your little robot. Okay? It's not even hard to train these things if you hire a developer. Heck, you can learn how to do it yourself. I know to train image models. It took me like a week to learn. It's not that hard. Or let's look at this from like an outsourcing perspective. You could actually go and contact offices and train the robots for them. So let's say if you can train something, they can increase their revenue by 5-10%, and that's going to make them extra $500,000 this year. You could charge them easily $100,000 for the install. This is how you need to be thinking. And so what you want to do is you want to look at these parts of businesses where the breakage is. Is there breakage between the advertisement? Is there breakage in the collection of the customer information? Is there breakage in delivery or conversion of the product? Is there breakage in getting the actual buffoon? Is there breakage in getting the actual product materials all together and shipped? Is there something we could do with AI, for example, that could cheapen the shipping or actually improve the shipping quality times or something like that? Is there a staff member that we could find a way to remove or take away with AI? Or could we actually do these things? So, for example, if they have like customer support agents they want to get rid of, could you build a chatbot specifically for them and replace the customer support agents and you run it? Heck, could you just apply as a customer
more or less
support
what I
agent
was
to
saying.
50 different jobs and then use ChatGPT to answer the questions and tickets on all those jobs?
Yeah, I would
That's
love
a
to do that.
cheesy one.
I'll work on it on our own store and then maybe, make it a product for everyone else. But I would first want to do it on my own store.
But this is how you need to look at business. Look at the breakage. If it's a construction company, could you just build a little robot, a little AI chat thing that follows up with the customers via email and keeps trying to get them to book a call with them? Not just an email auto response, something that actually follows up with them. Or could you put a little chat on the site that'll answer all the basic questions and talk and increase the conversions that a construction company gets or a real estate company gets when a person lands on the site. This is how you have to think, and these things are not really that hard to do, and they're pretty cheap to build. And the result, if you build any of them, is crazy valuations based on what VCs are doing right now, and easy money. I will tell you, selling Hyros is the easiest thing on planet Earth because we can literally print money for less than we charge them. $1 million business comes on, we make them an extra $100,000, they pay us $10,000, $20,000. Easiest deal on earth. So I just wanted to point this out. I see all these videos talk about making money with AI, and they're all these like cheap little cheesy tactics. They're all these little things made by people that have never even worked or trained an AI model. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's not the way to do it. And plus 90% of the people doing it are just grifters trying to sell some course to you to teach you how to like use ChatGPT to spam people's email addresses, something like that. That's nonsense. Let's talk about building a real business here. So that being said, that's all I got today. Follow me on Twitter at CSS Becker. I actually write business guides. They're much more in depth. I share things that I learned from building a business. It's worth a lot of money. All in written text, all archived
right.
also. And I don't always have
That
time
was
to
not
make
bad.
these videos, so you
That
should
was
follow
pretty
me
good.
there because I post a lot more than I make these videos. So
Okay, so let's see. B2B. Yeah, everyone's going B2B, honestly. I feel like it's a big business trend. Not a bad idea. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, this is the one you guys wanted to talk about. So this video is titled "These Tiny Meta Crypto Coins Will 50x by 2024. Guide to Metaverse Investing." You know, I'm still a little iffy about the whole metaverse thing, but you know, I think this video could be good. So I am certainly down to check it out. Let's see it.
Then the next 2 to 3. No, the title of this video is in fact not clickbait. I'm being completely serious. Outside of my companies, the only place I'm really actively investing in watching right now is crypto, metaverse, and gaming. That's it. Why? I truly believe, in fact almost know, that in the next 2 to 3 years, this is going to be one of the most certain 10, 20, 50x investments anyone could get into. I'm not suggesting you get into it now or even consider. All I'm trying to do in this video is point you in a direction, let you see what is going to happen, which I'm going to perfectly describe in this video. Over the next 5 years, I could see a situation where stocks really don't do anything. I can see a situation where crypto really doesn't do anything. But this is inevitable. This is how society is going to be structured and how people are going to interact in the digital world, whether it comes to gaming, augmented reality, VR, or metaverse. And if you get this, you're going to be so ahead of the curve. And if you study this over the next couple months, next year or so, you're going to see the opportunities well before they happen. You're going to be way, way ahead of the curve. So without further ado, I want to show you my entire thesis and then exactly where to look and where to start considering investing in the future. With no more intro, let's get into it. Before we do though, look at this card. Look at this screen right here with the text. Read the text. This is the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not even suggesting you buy right now. If you lose money, I don't care. It is 100% on you. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm here to point a light in the direction of the future. So now let's dive into it. So if we come to coin market cap right now, the total market cap for all gaming tokens and crypto is $8 billion. I can almost say with absolute certainty this will at least get to $100 billion in the next 3 years at some point. It doesn't matter if all the other markets...
As much as I see what he means, and I kind of agree, I also don't see how gaming... I think here's what I'm watching. I mean, obviously I'm not an expert in any way, but I understand gaming a decent amount. I know Becker does too. I feel like the companies in crypto that are in the gaming space that are really going to print money are going to be the ones that make deals with the actual gaming companies like Blizzard, which is Microsoft, Riot Games. So that's what I'm watching for, is like which coin is actually going to be working together with a big game developer as opposed to, you know, starting from scratch. Because I don't see people actually, like gamers, actually using some of these games. They're not good. You know, they're just bad games, and no one's going to play a bad game. So that's what I'm watching for, but I'm still very interested in what he says. Let's see.
Do very badly. I think it will get to 100 billion in the next couple of years. I could see $1 trillion market cap in the next 5 years. Why? Because if you look at all of crypto, it's mostly vaporware and Ponzi schemes. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't enable anything. In the future, how people are going to interact when it comes to terms of gaming or metaverse is going to be requiring and using crypto technology. And I feel when you combine AI into this, it is going to be the basis for all transactions and management and organization of the digital universe, as well as gaming, as well as how people interact, how people buy things from each other, how they buy advertising, how they sell and deal in valuable virtual real estate, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be required, giving crypto perhaps its first actual use case where it actually does something. If you go and look at the top cryptocurrencies, people are going to flame me for this. If you go beyond Bitcoin, none of it's used for anything. Nobody uses in their day-to-day life. I'm a huge crypto person. I've never used any of this in a day-to-day interaction ever. Okay, other than USDC and Ethereum network, I don't use any of this. None of this. No one uses any of this.
That's why I almost feel like Bitcoin is the thing to invest into, because at the very least it has this store of value aspect that a lot of big, you know, people are buying into. And ultimately that's what makes something valuable, is if enough people buy into it, right? Because that's what gives it value.
If you come over here, when this actually starts to pick up and starts trending, This stuff is going to go to the moon. Now, what is going to happen, and I'm going to show you in this video, is there's going to be a lot of value-based things. A lot of things that have real merit and make total sense are going to be used for decades to come. When this first starts, though, those value-based things are also going to spur tons and tons of hype. And tokens from all the way down here and all over the place, things that have no business hitting high valuations are going to skyrocket. So for example, in the gaming bull run, which I called perfectly and also nailed the top in, so please listen to me, the average market cap of most gaming projects was $50 million. Everything is sitting at 1/10 of where they were in the bull run, okay? A lot of projects are sitting at 1/50th. And a lot of these projects, regardless of merit, I think are going to return to that point. And so it's very important that you understand the long-term aspects of this as well as the short-term. But in order to do that, you have to understand the thesis. Here is the thesis. Now, before we get into this, you need to understand there's two theses I want to show you. There's a long-term, which you really have to understand to see the big picture. And this thing's going to help you over a 5-10 year span. There's also a short-term that's probably going to make you a lot of money here in the next 2-3 years. This is what I'm planning on in both terms. Now, also, if you want to be on the cutting edge of this, I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video because I don't like to show things. But if you're very interested in gaming crypto and the crypto metaverse and the overarching metaverse that crypto is going to be the backbone of, you should really look at Neo Tokyo. It is a NFT community I built literally 2 years ago that is about grabbing all the founders, all the smartest people in this industry, putting them in one room so that we can stay on the absolute cutting edge of this when it comes to alpha, resources, networking, finding talent,
Sounds
investing,
like the Chemi Lab.
seed investing, the whole 9 yards. If you're really interested,
But more
you should
advanced.
look at joining that community. If you do
That's
join
cool.
that community, you're not buying it from me, you're buying it from another member. So this isn't me selling you a product that I'm going to make money from directly. I'm just pointing out a resource I think would be really helpful to you.
They do
And
make
since we
money
just
from
really-
royalties. That's what's cool about NFTs. I think that's what makes it, like, the technology itself pretty appealing, is the whole secondhand transactions. I think that's what you could call it. I think that's pretty cool, but we'll see. It's still so early. I mean, nothing in the NFT space is reaching mass adoption anytime soon. So there's a lot of, like he said, vaporware, a lot of just fluff, not a lot of real substance yet.
Released all these updates and it's getting a lot of attention. I just want to let you know about it before it becomes way too competitive to join, because when these theses I'm about to show you come true, probably not going to be accessible to most people. A lot of people really don't understand the depth of this, and I'm going to lay out something right here that I don't see being discussed in crypto at all, because most of crypto is full of very short-sighted people that aren't actually trying to make a product or anything. They're trying to build narratives so their coins go up.
Speak of NFTs, I actually bought the Pudgy Penguin Amazon toy thingy from Luca, and actually Luca is coming on the channel in July. So in July we're going to be doing another interview with Luca Nets, the founder of I wouldn't say founder, but he bought this company, so he's the CEO, the owner. Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
It's not how anything is built, it's not how products are done, and it's not how long-term thinkers think. The aspect I'm going to show you right here is how the world is probably going to look in 10 years. If you understand how the world is going to look in 10 years, particularly the digital spaces, it's going to become quite clear. So the initial thesis in gaming crypto is this, and this is probably what you're familiar with and you're either all in on or you're rolling your eyes. So for example, if you look at World of Warcraft, they have gold, or you look at counter.
That's Blizzard, by the way. I keep forgetting to unmute myself just so I don't, because I know there's a lot of noise going on outside. So that's why I've been trying not to mute myself. But yeah, that's Blizzard, right? World of Warcraft, Blizzard's like the biggest gaming company. I don't know if you guys saw the launch of Diablo, but I'm pretty sure they've made like over $1 billion on it already. Very interesting stuff. I'm super into the gaming niche in particular, especially when it comes to the e-commerce side of it, because I think there's a lot of untapped things there. But the crypto side of it, as much as I think it has a lot of potential, I still just am very hesitant about it because of the gaming culture, and I just don't see gamers adopting that technology unless it's for an amazing game. So that's why I feel like where it makes the most sense to invest is in the coins or projects that are getting involved with the big gaming companies like Blizzard and Riot.
Counter-Strike Go, Okay, I think that's what it's called. They have items, okay, that people are spending a lot of money on. Someone spent like 200K on a gun. World of Warcraft, obviously people pay money for gold. So obviously the thesis is that these have value that can be transferred into real world cash. And so what people are basically saying is, well, oh, people are going to trade NFTs in games, and also in games there's going to be in-game currencies similar to gold. That is the overall thesis. And there's a lot of holes in these arguments right here, because if you look at a game, it's actually just way easier for the player and the company, and more profitable for the company and easier for the player to just do in-game items like CSGO does. Like, why do we need NFTs? And then if you look at the currency, it's like,
exactly.
okay.
And that's my biggest issue with it, especially with the fact that the crypto games that are coming out or that are even being worked on are just super mid games. Like, they're not good games. So I find it hard to believe that people will genuinely play them. We saw Axie Infinity, for example. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Axie Infinity was a crypto game that got a lot of popularity. And, you know, now most of the users on there are just literally hired people, you know, like basically bots, you could say. It's not actual people playing the game. So that's the big flaw in this whole thesis. But let's see where he goes with this.
But then people are going to cheat to get the currency. And at that point, why not just use actual digital currency like USDC or something like that? Why not just use Bitcoin? And this means from an investor standpoint, which no one in crypto wants to talk about. No one in crypto actually talks about like the hard truths of this. From an investor standpoint, this means the coin currency will crash eventually, and the value of the NFTs will crash, because every game has a shelf life, okay? Unless it's like Skyrim or World of Warcraft, which is like a 1 in 99.9%, the stuff loses value. Even, you know, for example, Elden Ring, one of the greatest games of all time, the player base went from, and that's how every game works, even if it's a good game. So how does this actually end up working? So you have to understand, this is the base thesis that everybody has, and it's stupid because people in crypto are stupid. So let's look at this base thesis right here. All right, it's going to go in games. But once we go a little bit deeper, we need to start looking at how the world is actually going to look. And we need to factor in certain things like AI. All right, it's a big thing we need to factor in, because what AI is going to allow us to do, and it's already allowed us to do, is develop digital environments, digital games, digital anything extremely fast in an infinite amount. So for example, if we wanted to make a game and we wanted to keep adding land to it, or we wanted to add other games for people to play in, an AI could develop that like that, and it could just keep building and building. Like, say we had Minecraft, we could attach an AI and say, like, this is the base thing, and it could look at players' interactions, what they're doing, and start building things for them and make an infinite game. So what you have to understand is there's two layers to this. There's metaverse, and then there's gaming. Metaverse is going to be a digital layer that we all interact on. In the future, very, very soon, there's different types of metaverses. There's augmented reality, which you've seen from Apple. But I also believe people are going to spend a lot of their time, if not most of their time, plugged into virtual reality. And as sad Ready Player One as that is, it's just the future. You can deal with it, or you can be mad about it and say they're getting farther from human decency. I don't care. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. People are going to work, they're going to interact, and they're going to spend a lot of time in the metaverse. Why? Real world's kind of hard, and also it's really easy to interact and be around people if you don't have to deal with the physical distance.
I think a year ago, actually, that's a lie. I was going to say a year ago, the metaverse argument seemed even more convinced or less convincing. And now with Apple Visions Pro and everything, it seems like more attainable. But actually, that's a lie. A year ago, companies like Sandbox that were creating their own metaverses, they were hyped up like crazy, and there's been, you know, virtually zero development on it. I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit disheartening, but now I do see the feel or the idea of a metaverse a lot more attainable with Apple's Vision Pro. I think obviously they're not pioneering it, but in a way they are. I think the Meta Quest Pro is pioneering it more so, but you know, they're both in the same game, in the same race towards creating a metaverse. So I think that has a good basis for like an investing thesis that we will interact in a metaverse in the future. So whatever NFT token enables that is going to see huge gains potentially. That's not bad.
And all the other things that are going to happen. So what is going to happen is there's going to be digital wearables that people have in this. There's going to be real estate. Now, I don't just mean real estate like a house in a video game. Like, oh, you got a house in a video game. I mean attention real estate. For example, if you ever saw Ready Player One, if you saw the initial hub where they all came into, imagine everybody walking in and out of a hub every single day in a metaverse virtual reality environment. Advertisements around there will be very, very, very valuable. Finally, with all of these things, there's going to be infrastructure, maybe not a currency. We could just run off USDC or something like that, but there needs to be an infrastructure to facilitate all the interactions and transactions going on here. And there could actually be a currency for one game, but I'm not really interested in in-game currency, which is what everybody is focused on. Please bear with me. The underlying connection between all these things will have to be NFTs. Okay, NFT ownership of real estate, NFT ownership of items. And the reason why this won't be owned by any company in particular is because what I see happening is, if you ever saw Ready Player One, it was just one big game. And if you notice, the players would just move between this universe, which is encompassed by this big game, and they go and play sub games. There was like Doom Planet, there was like a casino world, there was this thing, and people were just moving between these things pretty effortlessly. And what is going to happen is these games are all going to be developed by AI. Okay, so for example, people will live in the metaverse, or they'll work, play, they'll have an office in the metaverse, and then when they get done, their digital character or their digital persona will move into another game. Okay, and so what's going to be happening is digital wearables, real estate, everything will start having higher implications because it carries across your entire digital life, not just one game. This is the thing that people are missing. And so what I see happening in gaming, for instance, is you're going to get an NFT in a game. Let's say you get a really rare NFT asset or item, like an NFT wearable. And then what will happen is, I believe NFTs are going to have an AI code to them. All right, there's going to be something on the blockchain that has basically the base layer, maybe the image files or something that AI can then use to transfer it to any game. So when a person creates a new game, let's say we have this big overarching digital world. When a person creates a game, maybe it has different graphics, maybe it has a different design, but what happens is an AI can easily look at that picture and then transplant it into the game. You log into the game, your NFTs are verified through your wallet, and boom, all the things you work for in other games or things that say something about you or your status in the digital realm are going to be transferred over. This is what people are missing. The AI aspect combined with the metaverse aspect combined with the gaming aspect. The gaming and the metaverse are going to be very, very connected because what you do in gaming is going to transfer to the metaverse. What you do in metaverse will transfer to the gaming. Finally, in the near term, we're going to see NFT adoption in gaming, and I believe in the much shorter term, game systems, like for example, Blizzard has a game ecosystem, Epic has a game ecosystem, you're going to see these assets be transferable between games. Okay, and so you'll see them moving between games and eventually between gaming universes. Because again, with AI, we'll be able to recreate the NFT or the appearance of the NFT across multiple games. And so people are going to want to represent themselves. And I know what you're thinking, oh, it's just an image in a game, you know, just copy and paste. They cannot. You already seen in real life a person wearing a fake Louis Vuitton purse does not carry the same amount of respect as a person that has a real one, and you can verify it. And so the point is, people don't even go out in public with fake ones. Same thing is going to apply in games. You can easily look at a person's wallet and go, wow, he has this item, blah, blah, blah. And you can look at their wallet and tell if it's fake or not right away. I think the games will prevent that. But you see what's going on here. As people's lives become more and more wrapped up in metaverse layers, whether it's augmented reality or virtual reality, and gaming NFTs start carrying much, much more impactful outcomes. Okay, they're not just limited to one game, they're limited to all games. And as games start getting expanded on by AI, I think we're going to stop seeing so many wide ranges of games in the market. There's probably be like 5 games that are just constantly building on top of each other to make other games and other games, and they gradually all come into one. This is where things start to get really, really, really hairy. Okay, and this is a long-term thesis right here. This is what's probably going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. And you have to understand this before we talk about the short-term thesis, which is the way to get rich quickly. Now, this leads us to the short-term thesis where you're going to make money at in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe even the next year. It just depends when the things I'm going to point out here hit. It could happen very soon. It could happen in a couple of years. All you have to do is sit and wait because you're going to know exactly what's going on if you understand this thesis. So what I just laid out was this big, what's going to happen when AI, augmented reality, VR, gaming, all kind of blob together in like this super being, kind of like we described AI doing. This everything blobs together into this one giant Ready Player One metaverse / game / everything. Okay, there's going to be an everything game, or at least universe, where you move between, and AI generates your NFTs, your assets, and there's going to be places where lots of people are, and that place is valuable. And the same is going to apply to the augmented reality layer of the world as well. In the short term, here are the two most bullish things. The first thing is augmented reality. So let me give you an example right here. Everyone sees the augmented reality, but I think very soon we're going to have contact lenses where you walk around, you see a different layer of the world. So let me lay out a situation right here that will happen. For example, when you're walking around, you own property at your house, for example. When someone walks by your house, they see absolutely nothing. Well, what if you wanted to put advertising on your house? How would you do that? So that's kind of a weird concept. Well, imagine someone walks by your house and you say, I want to turn my house into a giant billboard. You connect to the augmented reality network and you can have ads display on your house. Now, how are people going to buy these ads from you? Someone could walk by, look at the ad from their augmented reality goggles, or search it up online, instantly either permanently buy the ad, get an NFT that gives them permanent access to change anything that goes on there, or they pay for the ad via crypto and it automatically rents it to them for a certain amount of time, or people can go and bid on it. This can be handled completely decentralized via the blockchain. Now, how do you verify ownership of this location, real estate, an NFT? So you plug in an NFT that verifies your ownership of the real estate of this area of land right here. Person can interact and buy a chunk of that, rent it, etc. That's one of many situations. The way we're going to exchange value on this augmented reality plane is going to need to be through the blockchain and via NFTs, because there's no other way to verify something without a huge middleman and tons of micro everything going on. If you've ever bought a house, if you've ever bought a car, everything going on, it's completely nonsense. There's all this paperwork, all these things are done. It's impossible to verify ownership. This is going to enable that. Now, what's going to also happen in gaming particularly, and this is where you should be most excited and most paying attention to, is you're already seeing NFTs starting to get traction in mainstream gaming. Dr. Disrespect's new game, you saw with the Bored Apes game, when that went really viral on Twitter and someone won $1 million, you're going to start seeing people really fighting over NFTs and likely real estate in gaming and potentially currency. I'm not as bullish on the currency, but I can see it happening, particularly with, for example, like ApeCoin. They have this metaverse game coming, and if the game's a huge hit and the only way you can interact on it is ApeCoin, that could be huge, and then it could spiral into other games, and then ApeCoin fuels all those things. I don't see hundreds and hundreds of tiny little cryptocurrencies all interacting on their own games. That's not probably how it's going to work. There's probably going to be one overarching gaming crypto coin that's designed and has enough resources and infrastructure to be used for games, and that's going to be it. I don't know if it's going to be ApeCoin, because ApeCoin is built on ETH. I think it's going to have to be something that's built on its own layer one. That being said, if we look at it, it's starting to get traction right now. We're starting to see huge transactions in digital items. And so the one thing that's holding us back right here is people think, well, you know, NFTs, how's the company going to make money? Why don't they just keep selling it between users and whatnot? Well, there's going to be that AI narrative that I talked about before, but also companies are going to realize that if they make NFTs scarce, so they say, okay, you can only buy this for the next 5 days, they're going to see a huge increase in sales. And then if they allow people to trade the NFTs,
I think once again, like I know what he's saying, and I do understand this thesis. And it is complex, and I think he's right in a lot of ways, and obviously only time will tell. But I truly believe the best thing to do in this scenario is just watch out for the companies that are actually the gaming companies that are actually putting resources into this. I think Blizzard could. I think the microtransaction angle is really good, because I mean, Blizzard already makes billions of dollars off of Diablo microtransactions, World of Warcraft microtransactions. CSGO has already been doing this. So the company that allows some sort of microtransaction, like a marketplace of microtransactions, something like that could be really cool. And I think that would be huge for whatever NFT company enables that. I think Engine is one of those companies that's like enabling sort of like collectible gaming stuff. But it's still a bit of a far reach, in my opinion. I don't know. I think it's just better to invest in actual gaming companies. So, for example, I think Blizzard is a great investment. So I buy Microsoft because Microsoft bought Blizzard. So by having Microsoft, you have exposure to Blizzard as well. So I don't know. That's how I'm investing. What are you guys? Are you guys investing? I mean, I think investing is super fun and valuable. So I definitely want to talk about investing more on the channel, even though I'm not an expert or anything. You know, my channel, as you guys have seen in the last few years, it's more than anything, it's like a journal. It's me documenting my journey, documenting my experience, and, you know, growing through that. It's pretty cool. I'm very grateful to have it, and it's so fun, especially now that we're streaming. Like, this is a video I would normally be watching right now, so it's kind of nice that I can watch it with you guys and sort of make the most of my time and also reflect on it as I watch it. That's also another value that I'm getting from watching these videos with you guys, is that normally if I watch it by myself, I don't really like reiterate the thoughts that I'm having. So that's also great. But let's see where he goes with this.
Each other, they can get 5-10% of each sale. Royalties for life, which means this one promotion they did, because it's scarce, they could see huge revenue forever from the trading of the NFTs. And I think they're going to see that. Now, as soon as this goes mainstream and it gets picked up by gaming, for example, Dr. Disrespect's game, if you look at my partner at Neo Tokyo, Elio Trade's upcoming game, Imposters. These are very YouTubeable, streamable games. And if you've noticed, whatever streamers or YouTubers are playing, people go fanatic over, and then they try to get all the skins. It makes them really cool. You've seen this pattern over and over again. As soon as that starts happening, as soon as you have one hit game that has this NFT technology put into it, and it's just brimming, like they're trying, they're poking, something's going to get through here really soon. What we're going to see across the entire ecosystem is everything go nuts. Why? Because people are pieces of shit. If you saw the last meme coin rally, something doesn't have to have merit or value for people to turn into a giant Ponzi scheme / MLM / game of financial chicken. So what's going to happen is we're going to see a few projects do really, really well based on merit. For example, Axie took off because it had so many players, there was so much demand, and it caused an entire bull run. They got this all the way up to 100 billion, or the market cap was huge on this from one game. And this isn't even like a good game that like is mainstream. When we see a mainstream game, this is going to go nuts. It's going to go to a $100 billion market cap. It's going to go nuts. All these things are going to go nuts. You could literally just spread it around. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not a financial advisor. You could just spread it across all these things right here and get a 50x, 20x next 2 to 3 years. If you actually know what you're doing and what to look for and where the narratives are going to be, which I'm going to show you in this video, you're cooking. You're cooking. And this is going to happen. The thesis for an entire crypto market is iffy. I don't know if we're ever going to see this stuff used in mainstream. What is the point? It's all just Ponzi coin. I think Ethereum, the layer ones.
It does feel like a lot of cryptos are just it's like they're trying to solve a problem that doesn't need solving type of thing. That's the biggest issue with it. I'm still very much keeping an eye on everything. I have NFTs. I have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is my favorite thing to invest in crypto, though, personally. I just think it's so cool. It's like a cyberpunk gold. That's how I view it. So I think it's cool. Everything else, I'm very iffy about. If I invest money into it, it's very low amounts. I just want to invest my money in like real companies, you know, like Microsoft, for example. But also in my own companies. I'm trying to build an e-commerce. I'm trying to be like Davey Fogarty, you know. I'm trying to build a $100 million business, physical product business even, and digital product. I like digital products too, but I think there's a magic to physical products. And we'll see how it all integrates with crypto. I mean, I'm very curious to see how this all unfolds.
Overall, technology has a purpose, but we literally have dog coins floating around here at multi-billion-dollar market caps. I don't see the narrative right now. It's going to send that to the moon and where mainstream adoption is going to come from. I see the mainstream adoption clear as day right here. It's being poked at. It's a thin paper layer that the biggest names in the world and the patterns we've seen happen over and over and over again are happening in right now. So how do we go and make money in this? Well, you need to understand what you're looking
This
at
is gonna be good.
and where to be
I
invested.
do agree too that like I think the biggest thing that the crypto gaming and just gaming, again, gaming itself is just like a sleeping giant, because even though it has a lot of hype, there's not a lot of companies that are actually making money in it besides the gaming companies themselves. So what I see is, I mean, yeah, this just makes a lot of sense. And if they can get streamers, because that's the thing, gaming culture has a hold on attention like nothing you would ever imagine. So as soon as, like, let's say XQC or a huge streamer starts streaming a crypto game, it's gonna be massive. And like, you know, that's definitely a coin you should want to invest in. Certainly a coin I'm gonna be investing in if I see that happening, at least a little bit, just for the, you know, just to try to make some gains. But that would be very interesting.
And how it's going to look. So most people think, oh, I'm going to invest in just the best looking game and it has cool graphics and stuff like that. No, that's not really the best thing to be doing, in my opinion, because like I said before, games have big ups and downs. They have this massive up, and then no one ever plays them ever again. What I want to look at the things that are going to happen is what's going to internally be there, and then I also want to understand how the hype is going to look like. So I'm going to talk about hype last. That's where you can make the quickest money, and you need to get in and out, and you'll probably lose your butt doing it. Just telling you. But for long-term investing, we want to look at a few places. We want to look at infrastructure, companies, products, then games, which I'm pretty sure is covered by my face right here. And then finally, we want to look at the NFT assets. And then last of all, we just want to look at nonsense hype. So what are all these things? So game infrastructure is going to be the blockchain technology and underlying NFT technology these things use. So for example, if we look at a coin like Engine Coin, this is a company that provides a lot of infrastructure for gaming.
This is the one I was talking about, Engine Coin. I think Engine Coin's the one that's allowing some of that, you know, collectible gaming thing.
Like a particularly game company, what it does is it provides lots of infrastructure for games to run on. That's why I'm still very bullish on Engine Coin. Okay, I'm not suggesting you buy any coin I mentioned in this video. The market is down. Things are probably going to go lower. This is not a buy now video. It's a think about it and look at my thought process video. Please, I beg you, do not buy. You will get dumped on. There are very experienced traders that watch my channel. They wait for you guys to FOMO into these things, and then they dump on you. Don't do it. Don't do it, all right? You're playing a rigged game against you. Don't try. Don't be like, I'm going to watch Alex Becker's video and get in first. There's bots, everybody, they're way smarter than you and better at this and been doing it for 5-6 years that are going to get you. Don't do it. So if you also look at, for example, Ronin Network, all right, this is the infrastructure. It's a layer one. It basically allows all the transactions and recording. It's the ledger for Axie and the larger companies. So this allows all the transactions to move around on it. Infrastructure is so important because it's going to be what everything runs on. So it doesn't matter how individual.
I do like infrastructure plays, you know. I do like that stuff. Just the companies that are selling the shovels, you know. I like those. It's kind of like, again, like with the AI hype, I really like semiconductor companies. I really like that as an investment thesis.
Games are doing, it just matters the demand for the network. And so if you look at like Ethereum, these are basically Ethereum but for gaming. It's a very basic system of it. Now, if you keep going down, you can find projects that are making their own layer one, like Vulcan Forge right here, has a pretty low market cap compared to Engine right here. It has a $257 million market cap. It used to be in the billions, man. It's even a 10x just in this giant coin right here if it goes back to all-time highs. You can also look at services or infrastructure like Veracity that provides streaming and infrastructure for people that watch gaming content, all right, or just actually content in general right here. So these are all very important. Another one I could just mention right here could also be, I really like ad shares, for example. This is one, for example, in augmented reality, where it basically allows the transaction of advertising in these spaces. Again, the spaces where people advertise are going to be extremely in demand. Okay, so this is all infrastructure that's going to fuel all the behaviors and underlying things. And that's where I'm really most interested for long-term investing. I don't know how individual games are going to do, but I know how the infrastructure is going to go. And there's only so many infrastructure tokens right here. And when one of them pumps, all of them are going to pump. They're all going to get stupid valuations. So it's just like throw it on the table. That's all reds. Finally, another cool one here is Altura. Very low right now, but I think it's going to be the underlying infrastructure for a lot of how games use their NFTs and upgrade them. So for example, if you have an NFT sword, you need to update the data, change how it looks based on the time of day, something like that, something you see in gaming a lot. That's what Altura does. So you find the underlying infrastructure first, and that's where you're going to want to look. Again, I'm going to tell you also, if you want to join this conversation and you want more information like this, don't just get it from me. Come join Neo Tokyo. We are talking about this stuff all day. This is the bread and butter. And a lot of the people that are designing all the infrastructure, offering the seed investments, offering the tips, showing people what's going on.
Seed investments is kind of a hack, I believe, for getting really rich if you have a lot of money already. If you can get in the seed rounds of these companies right now in like a bear market. So this is for me, like kind of the why I may want to join Neo Tokyo. I would love to see and get access to seed investing into these companies. But at the same time, that just seems like a huge distraction, and I should just put my money into our own e-commerce businesses like Davey, like I was just saying. I've already built so much momentum in e-commerce. It would be so stupid of me to just like pivot right now. Instead, I should just build, things that will enable NFTs with e-com or AI that facilitates e-com, things like that. I think that's what I'm mostly interested in.
The founders of all these projects, they're inside that. So we have the founders of a lot of the upcoming games that are coming on. We have some of the biggest VCs in the world, and this is where all the alpha and the exchange and the networking is going on in there. Again, in the future, as soon as Bytes 2 drops later this week, and this really starts to pick up, it's not going to be accessible to a normal person. And then finally, again, you're not buying it from me. If you buy access to it or you get an NFT to access community, you're buying it from another member. Now, let's talk about the next thing, all right? Companies. So companies are going to be like the Blizzards that are making a universe of games. So for example, ApeCoin, Yuga Labs, which is Yuga Labs coin, I think they're making much more on top of the other side. So this could be an example of a big, wide game universe. I don't like ApeCoin that much because the market cap is already super duper crazy high. And if they drop the ball or they don't deliver on this, it has a big fall. And so when I invest on something that has a potential big fall, I want to see like a 20x on there. I think ApeCoin could easily do a 20x if they nail the game. But we'll see. We'll see. We will very much see. And people are going to freak out. All the apes are going to want to crucify me for saying that. I think if the gaming bull run happens, you're not going to miss with ApeCoin, but I think you can get much better returns down here. If the gaming bull run starts, we don't want to be investing all the way up here. We want to be playing around in the dirt.
Yeah, I think this is good to keep in mind. Like, I'm glad that you asked me to watch this video because I think it's very wise to prepare for these things while we're in a bear market right now where everything is down in the crypto world. I think this is a great time to be preparing as opposed to the opposite of what most people do, which is start learning when everything is so hyped up and in the mainstream news cycle.
Moving down, if we go and look at Gala, for example, they are making tons of different games, tons of different assets that are going to be using their coin, working on it, and it's a game development company, and so it's going to be, their coin is going to go across a lot of games, which is what you want to see, because if it's just a one-off game, well, then that's eventually going to lose value. If it's a whole entire series of games they're releasing over decades, the currency, the NFTs, they all have value. Okay, you're also going to see something very similar to that with Vulcan Forged. Ultra, for example, is kind of like a Steam of crypto gaming. And then if we go like lower, we're going to see even smaller ones like the Central Games right here, which is just one I picked off the top of my head right here, that builds a large portfolio of games. That's what you want to look for. I really don't think you need to be investing in individual games. You want to be investing in the portfolio. Usually when it comes to individual games, what happens, and this is not without every game, but this is how the schemes work, is they say they're going to make a little game and it's going to have its own currency, and then they hype up the game, and then the game gets delivered and nobody uses it and the currency is worthless. You have to avoid that when you're investing here. Next, products. Okay, so by products, I think we need to look back at, and there's very few of these, but for example, Ultra is kind of like the Steam of crypto. So it's a product that people will use and their token will function to run on it. When you look at Veracity, it's also a product that people will use. And so I want to look at products that have a potential to be used for a long period of time and actually generate revenue, aka an actual business. So that also would fall under infrastructure, so I'm not going to touch on it too much. Now let's look at actual games. So if we're looking at games, you have to talk about ApeCoin because it's going to fuel other side. You can look at Sandbox. It's a big, giant game. Okay, Decentraland. A lot of these ones right here, I think, are just very, very super duper overvalued. I think ApeCoin has a lot of merit, but I'm really out on a lot of the ones below this. Okay. Also, Immutable X is fantastic infrastructure. That's going to allow so much transaction of NFTs, avoiding the Ethereum gas fees. Now, the games I really like to look for, and I'm going to tell you straight up, are the gambling games. So if you go look at a project like D-Race, it's so far down. Right, it is right here.
I agree.
$12 million market.
I think actually that's a really good point, because with the rise of Kick, which is the new competitor to Twitch, they're making big moves, and they're funded by Stake, which is the online crypto casino, the biggest one. Also, Drake is one of their sponsors. Like, it's just a crazy business. So that's actually a really good point. Let's see.
Market cap. This is a game where people can basically buy digital NFT horses and race them. The reason why I like that is because the NFTs have value because you can win money via the NFTs. It has direct utility right there. The currency has value because you can gamble with it. So you come in, you gamble with it, and you watch the horses. And that's why I think that will really work right there, because it has a loop that's really, really simple and already proven. It doesn't even have to be that good of a game. People gamble on roulette, which is, if you look at it, the world's most basic game. You throw a ball at a table. You see what I'm getting at right here. So I love gambling games. If I were to bet on anything first, going mainstream, I would say the gambling games, because the streamers play these a lot. They boost them when they really shouldn't be boosting them. And it gets people sucked in. And the game doesn't have to be that good for it to have long-term staying power. But when it comes to actual games, let's look at just some basic ones. Like Alluvium is one of my favorite games coming out right now. Now, I want to talk.
Alluvium is very similar to this game I'm playing right here. It's like an auto battler, but even though it looks exciting, I'm actually on the wait list. It's not, I don't know, man. Something about it is just too expensive to play, really. So I feel like that just defeats the whole purpose of it.
Buying any of these things right now, I think we could go potentially a lot lower. Some of the market caps are still insanely high. Okay, so if you watch my wallet and stuff right now, you'll probably see me selling games. Okay, I'm not telling you to buy right now. If you buy this, and I'm holding a bag of what you buy, I'll likely be selling a little bit in the next few weeks. So don't buy what I'm talking about right now. Don't do it. But Alluvium right here, it's kind of like a Pokemon / open world game. It looks really good. It has a lot of hype behind it, and it looks like it's going to be a great game. I want to emphasize one thing right here. I'm not saying Alluvium is not going to be a great game. The main thing in crypto that matters is it looks like it's going to be a great game because this is narrative driven. Okay? And when we talk about the hype cycle, that's what we're going to focus on right here. You also want to find games that have a lot of active users. Last I checked, Minds of Delarnia had a lot of active users. That's why it has a pretty high market cap right now. You can also look at Axie Affinity. All right? This company, I don't like the game. I don't like the process behind it, but I see them making all the right moves to build into like a new kind of almost Pokemon-like brand. Big games with a lot of hype behind them, like Star Atlas. That the market cap is way down on that. And what you also need to look at, I want to point out one thing right here. So this is the most dangerous thing you need to look at when you're investing in these games. So if you look at the diluted market cap versus the current market cap, you're going to notice in a lot of these that there's a ton of coins that VCs and early investors have not been allowed to sell yet. And so what happens is, so for example, an investor signs up.
This is
And
dangerous.
he's allowed
right
to get
here.
1 million coins, but he can't sell them for a year. All right, and there's a cliff. And so after a year, he can sell 10% each month if he wants to, 10% on lock. So what happens is a lot of these games, they launch and they only have 10% of their tokens online, and there's 90% of VCs that are holding all these tokens that they can't sell yet. And so what happens is those tokens come online, they get sold, and they drive the price to the ground. Okay, so as much as I love Alluvium, that's exactly what happened with it. And it's just a quick little lesson right here. You can see the all-time right here, it was here, but you could see that what happened is the coins were not fully released. There was, I think, like 10% of the coins, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, were only available. And then what happened is the VCs came on and they started selling their coins from this huge top right here because they bought all the way down here and they've been holding it for a year. So you have to really watch out for that. So you can still see there's a ton of coins that haven't been released, but it used to be huge, okay? Usually if the fully diluted market cap is like 2-3x it, that's going to be okay. If it's like 5-10x it, no, don't do that. So if we look at one company like Remark that does a lot of NFT stuff for gaming and whatnot, you can see that its market cap is 16 million and the diluted supply of 16 million. So that's very important because this doesn't mean there's people with a giant bag waiting to dump on you. So that's why I really like Remark, because it hits all the right boxes. But just going back to that, there's going to be certain games that look really promising. It's hard to really put our finger on it. Citus looks really good. Aurora looks super good. There's a game that's releasing or starting to come online called Treeverse, I think looks really good. Tate and the Arena looks really good, but its tokenomics are kind of messed up last I looked at it. And so that's, you want to keep an eye out for games, but I don't really look at that most of all. Another one I wanted to bring up as well is going to be digital land for like living in and virtual reality experiences. That's going to get a lot of hype whenever metaverse picks up or not. So for example, Network does exactly that. It generates this giant land where people can work, have offices, sell stuff from. It's a little hard to grasp, but it will pump super hard when the metaverse narrative starts to take off. And then finally, NFT assets. If you look at all these games, for example, ApeCoin has land in it, Sandbox has land in it, Affinity has creatures and items and people or characters you can trade in it like Pokemon. That's what I mean by NFT assets. So if you see a game that looks really, really, really good, you know, almost don't want to be buying the coins. You want to be buying the land and real estate because that's going to pump crazy hard. The Sandbox land was going for insane numbers. Other side land still going for insane numbers.
It's so trippy to talk about. Like the land, the digital land is going to go really crazy. It's just wild.
This stuff early, and you can really make a killing. I'm not going to touch on that too much because that's really high risk. I just want you to understand the different sectors of what's going on inside of these things. Finally, the last one I would point out is communities or investment groups. So for example, Seedify is one I really, really like because what it does is you buy tokens on Seedify and it allows you to make certain levels of seed investments in all the companies they bring in. So when the gaming bull run takes off, seed investing is going to be nutso, okay? And so people are going to be paying crazy amounts to get in Seedify. And you might also want to look at communities that are building a strong infrastructure. So for example, I've talked about Neo Tokyo twice in this video, so I don't want to share it too hard, but let me show you how it works. So for example, in Neo Tokyo, a person gets an NFT and then they get access to the community of VCs, founders, investors, developers, talent, whatever. So they get into this cool club right here. But what it then does is it gives them access to seed investing. It gives them access to hiring talent. It gives them access to alpha. So they're on the inside curve. They're talking to all the people that are actually in the industry building the things. It gives them access and early access to a lot of projects so they can get the NFTs or things coming out early inside of them. There's talks with founders. People come to their companies. They give a lot of special access to Neo Tokyo because they know that the investors in that or inside Neo Tokyo are actually interested in the industry, so they know what they're doing. So that's where a lot of people raise money from. And also it gives the people inside of it the ability to build resources. So for example, there's like a job hiring board where other projects can come in and actually hire developers for and then spend bytes the token to use it. There's things that will actually go in.
That sounds like what we're trying to build at a Chemilab minus the NFT stuff. We're building a job board. We're building opportunities for members. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I definitely suggest you guys join that. I would love to have you be a part of it. I'm super proud of it. It's an incredible community. So much research daily and just an awesome community. So like, what more could you ask for?
And generate contracts that we're working on. Or for example, a launch pad where people are able to get access to seed investing that runs on bytes, the currency for it. And so what you basically get is like a Soho House country club for metaverse and game investing, but you also get all these access, but you also get access to all these resources that are extremely important for anyone that's actually participating in the industry. And so as soon as gaming, crypto, and metaverse goes off, these communities will go up in value. And I'm not gonna be a poo-poo head. There are other NFT communities that are also very cool. For example, CyberKongs is a really other good kind of gaming metaverse-based community that I like as well. And then finally, let's talk about the hype. So what we're going to see, particularly on Twitch and YouTube, this is where I think it's going to happen, is we're going to see a lot of hype occur when this starts to happen. And so suddenly people are going to rush into this the same way you saw the meme coins, but this is going to have way more staying power than meme coins like Pepe or whatnot. And again, I have to stress just how high these market caps got in the bull run. Okay, I think we're going to see it go back to this. So if we just go back to where we were before, this thesis has paid for all the ham in the refrigerator for years. What's going to happen, though, when we see one or two games take off? For example, Dr. Disrespect's game, or Imposters, which, by the way, its token is blood. All these coins are going to go nuts because people love to speculate. They're just going to play a huge game of financial chicken. And so you need to be aware of all the coins in this range, at least probably the top, how much is it showing? The top 100 at least, okay? Because what we're going to see is if we go just to look at decimated right here, small coin. If we go back to the market top, let's go look at the market cap, all right? $20 to $24 million market caps. This is an easy 12x if it just returns to there. So what you need to do if you want to keep it as low risk as possible is don't be buying right now. Wait for those games to pop off. And then we're going to start seeing these top games start to pop off too. You want to come over here. If you're not early invested in all of these, which you can be right now if you want to, when these start to move, pow, we come back down here. We know exactly where all the things are going to be and what's going to work. We want to start investing in the infrastructure first. Those are the easy ones that are going to get the highest market caps. The launch pads are easy predictions as well. That's like Cetify, that's like Neo Tokyo and Neo Tokyo Bytes. FYI, I of course own Neo Tokyo. I also have a bag of bytes. I am not suggesting you buy right now. I'm not suggesting you buy any bytes or anything like that. I'm not suggesting you buy any of it. You will probably lose money. Okay, you will probably lose money. There are, again, people waiting. You even know I'm releasing this video. That have pre-bought bytes and are waiting to dump on you. Just don't do it. Just be patient. Just be patient. However, we're going to see things like Star Atlas. We're going to see things like D-Race. We're going to see all of these games right here. Anything that looks good is just going to go nuclear, like straight up to a $20, $50 million market cap. Everything's going to 5, 10x. You can get in and out right there and just make a lot of money. But as the gaming bull run starts continuing, we start seeing games hit huge market caps, multi-billion, decabillion market caps, maybe even $50 billion market caps, stuff approaching the same market caps as some of these top coins right here. That's when things are going to get really funky. All right, and we're
True,
gonna see
especially,
so much
I mean, just the
overvalue
fact that Dogecoin has like a, what was it, like $8 billion market cap still in a bear market is pretty unbelievable. So I definitely think Alex Becker is right about this. And also he's kind of just like forcing his opinion now on the world, and I think because of that, it will happen. You know, I mean, he has a huge influence. So that's kind of interesting as well.
If you're just positioned and you know what you're looking at and you know where the news is coming from, you have a good network of people, you have the alpha, and you're just able to position yourself a little bit early, not super far early, you're going to make an absolute killing. So for example, how it will look and where you want to be at if you're kind of a new investor at this is, let's go look at like the Cetify chart. Oh my, if I can spell. All right. So if we look at the all-time or the all-time of this, before it got to its all-time high right here, you saw there was this bump right here. This is when we want to be getting in about this point. So you can see everything was just kind of like right here. Then there was this bump right here. Okay. Now, of course, this is a 2x right here. That's a clean 2x. That stinks that you missed that. But this is when gaming really started to move. Okay. And not many people knew about Cetify, but I got in like right here. And then a lot of people that I knew just got in right here. And then it went, all right. And so you had months of just bull market on this thing as gaming was pumping. And so what you want to do is you don't want to be investing. This is about the period we're in right here, because if you invest right here, we could go a lot lower. And I don't want anybody doing that right now. Wait for gaming to start moving. Wait for something to take off on YouTube. Wait for something to take off in augmented reality, and then have your list of hotspots. Come over, start getting into it.
D-Race is
what
a good
happens
one.
then? If the gaming bull run doesn't
Gambling
start there,
is
just
huge.
pull out, all right? You might lose 10, 20%. That's fine. We're not putting in our life saving. We're taking low-risk swings for the fences. We're trying to get 20, 30 X's here, all right? So if we put in $1,000, that's going to cover it. We're not trying to put in half of our house money, All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in route right here. And if this fails to happen, or maybe, you know, Dr. Disrespect's game takes off and then nobody keeps playing it, we pull out right here. All right, cool. We lose 10, 20%. Fine. That's the risk that we're taking with it. We don't want to put in a ton of money right now and then watch it grind to zero over the next year or two. That's not what we're trying to do. So in absolute conclusion, that is everything I think you need to know about gaming, crypto, and metaverse. The long-term thesis, the short-term thesis, the chunks of the industry. This is your roadmap to everything you need to be thinking about when it goes into it. Of course, there's so many fine details. What company is good? What company is not? What should I be investing in? That is up for you to research in. Again, if you're really, really interested, you're like all about it, join Neo Tokyo. Just join it. If you don't like it, you can just sell your NFT back into the market later on. That's going to help you a lot. Get involved in these communities. A lot of the best communities are NFT communities because not everybody just wants to be interacting with random people in the Discord channel. I think Neo Tokyo has the best resources and access and the best community because that's essentially everything I just talked about is what we focus on. That's up to you. Most importantly, dig into this and be ready. Everybody hates crypto right now. They're rolling their eyes at crypto gaming like, what a dumb fad that was. It's not. It's going to happen, and it's probably the big first use case for crypto. And I don't know where the rest of crypto is going. I don't know where the S&P is going. I don't know what stocks are going to do. I don't know what real estate is going to do. But I know this is massively super duper undervalued. Nobody's looking at it. It's a joke right now, and it gives us a perfect opportunity to make a ton of money.
If undervalued is a bit of a stretch. I mean, some of these things are still at like a $200 billion market cap, and like they don't even have a game.
It goes halfway back up to all-time highs, which that was not the true gaming bull run. That was like the first bull run of Bitcoin. The real one is coming, and when mainstream adoption happens with this, I'm not talking about, if you look at crypto, millions of people use it. We're going to see hundreds of millions of people using gaming, crypto, metaverse, and everything. Heck, we could see billions of people in the next 10 years as VR and augmented reality become more mainstream. And this becomes the default method for playing games. The default method, not like the, ooh, this is a cool little NFT gimmick. The default method. When that happens, you're gonna really wish you listened to this video. So that being said, that's all I got. I don't want to talk anymore. This video is already like 50 minutes, but I wanted to make the ultimate tome of knowledge.
Wow, we made
gaming,
it through.
Crypto, and that's all I have for you. Have a nice day.
Beautiful. It's so loud outside. I'm sure you guys can hear. It's crazy. They've been having like a concert out there all day. It's insane. But wow, 3 hours stream. This has probably been the longest stream I've ever done. And it was great, super successful. Appreciate you guys joining. We watched a lot of content, so expect to see some of that content on the channel soon. We'll be reposting it with some, nice thumbnails. And you can rewatch it if you missed it. All the live streams get posted on the channel, so you can just see them in the live tab, but we're also clipping content and posting it, so you can also watch that. And yeah, that's really about it for today. 3 hour long stream. Really appreciate y'all joining. We'll be doing these every week, I promise. And we're going to start doing store reviews together as well. I think that will be really, really good. And yeah, man, that's really it.